That's my hype.
Welcome to the most horsepowerful podcast on the internet, the Xbox Drive. Before we get this show on the road, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and ring that bell on YouTube, and leave a 5-star rating or review on your podcatcher of choice. If you want to continue the conversation after the show, make sure you join the Carpool Gaming Discord. For exclusive content and all the Carpool shows in one simple feed, head over to patreon.com/carpoolgaming. Finally, head over to carpoolgaming.com for all of your merch needs. Now, with all that out of the way, you better buckle up, Buttercup, because it's time for the Xbox Drive.
Greater than X.
Hey everyone, it's me, Sean Capri. I'm glad you're here because you're listening to the most horsepowerful podcast on the internet. It's the Xbox Drive. I'm on a Skype call with my friends Fee and also Mitch. How you doing there, Mitch Power?
I'm good, buddy. How you?
Great. I'm so glad you didn't quit today, Fee. It's good to see you. How you doing over there, Fee?
I'm doing great, Sean.
Thank you so much for not resigning. Bowser has no internet. We got Mitch. We got Fee. We got me, Sean Capri. Episode 420. Blaze it up, everybody. Oh, man. Is Xbox blazing it up? Everybody's leaving. What are we going to do, Mitch, for real? How you doing, my friend? It's good to see you.
Bro, I'm fine.
Are you fine?
I'm totally good. Like I
fine.
actually was very much looking forward to this weekend, and
Same.
I'm gonna have a lot of fun, and I can't wait.
Indeed. Gaming Daryl in the chat points out, indeed, yes, a slow news day. Too bad nothing to talk about on this here Xbox podcast of ours, Fiablo over there.
It's true. Super slow day. Nothing happened. So this is going to be a pretty short episode, Sean.
Yeah, there was a moment there where I thought we were going to have to borrow from PlayStation's news over there, shutting down BluePoint. I literally was about to name the title of the episode on the stream, and I was setting it up, and I was literally typing in, please, Phil Spencer, save Blueprints, or Blue Games, BluePoint. What the hell am I saying? I'm all BluePoint
You're
Games.
fine.
Thank you. And then he quit. He's like, no. I will not do that. I'm quitting and I'm taking Sarah Bond with me. I imagine today's whatever happened was very much like Jerry Maguire, Fee. And he took the goldfish and put the goldfish in the jar, and then who's coming with me? And Flipper. And then Renee Zellweger said, yeah, me. That was Sarah Bond. She's like, I'll come with you. And then they're gonna start their own Xbox, those two. And we'll see what you guys do on Monday.
Is that how it went down?
I'm just trying to deal, man. I'm in a weird place. Oh my goodness gracious.
It's fine.
Should we lighten things up a little bit here and start things off like we do each and every week with our geek outs or shout outs? You guys geeking out about anything over there? You big dorks?
I am. Yeah.
Okay. Go for it. Go for it, Mitch.
I'm gonna geek out that I've said it time and time and again, and I mean it with all my heart. This show is the best damn show on Carpool Gaming. And guess what? I have proof now because this short, a short that came from this show.
Yep.
Not the Nintendo Drive, not the RPG Cave, not Mini Indie Van. This show is the best short that Carpool has ever put out. Over 20,000, more than any of them.
Like anything.
Anything we've done. This show.
Yeah.
I say it's the best for a reason. I'm not lying. I'm not fibbing.
Yeah,
I mean it. And damn it, I have proof now. And I get to sit there with my arms held high in victory.
Yep. Yeah, Fulia in the chat says ASMR always gets the views, Mitch.
You know what? We don't have to bring up the reason why I got views. It just came from this show, Fulia. Stay mad. I'm sorry. It's okay.
I think it's a nice combination of, we got a little ASMR. Okay, so for those who are just tuning in, yes, we've been pumping out at least one short every single weekday. We took a Saturday, Sunday off. There's been at least one. One of these shorts really took off, and it's been pretty good. It was when we were talking about the keyboard little attachment on the Xbox 360. Mitch happened to have one. I asked him to satisfy my ears here live in front of everybody and in recorded fashion. And I asked you to push those buttons nice into the microphone. Did I repeat it twice over, Mitch? I absolutely did. You only did a little bit, and I made it longer than it really was. And that short has over 20,000 views, which for us is extraordinary. We've made, I think, $1.65 off of this thing.
Thanks, YouTube.
Thank you,
Paying the
YouTube.
bills.
Yeah, thank you, everybody, for checking it out. Can you see the clip? You can go to youtube.com/carpoolgaming. Tapeworm84 in the chat. I can't do it here on the show. We can't. I mean, I'm not prepared for that. Not even remotely. If I was, that would be great. Hit
Guess
it!
who
Hit
is?
it! You're quicker! Come on! I knew you were ready with it. Oh, I can't hear it. I can't hear it.
There's no audio?
Oh, no audio.
No audio.
We'll fix this in post. Maybe. Probably.
Yeah, exactly.
probably.
Usually I tell it not to include the audio. That's the reason why. Okay. It's here. It's
Yeah,
here.
like that. That's exactly
We're
what
gonna
I mean.
we're
Click
gonna
those buttons for me.
we're gonna hit
Mike.
refresh here.
Here we
Guys,
go.
remember that little keypad attachment that you clicked
I have
into your
one.
360 controller?
You mean this thing?
Oh, look at that. Yeah, like that. That's exactly what I mean. Click those buttons for me on the microphone. Give me a little of those buttons. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's
Guys,
nice.
remember that?
You know
I
my
think
favorite
20,000
part?
people agreed with me, my friend.
You know my favorite part? All I had to do in order to find it was I had to go to Carpool Gaming, youtube.com/carpoolgaming, go to shorts
Oh,
and
yeah.
click popular.
You're gonna be popular.
Just want to say, that's what I'm hyped about.
Pretty good.
Also, you know what else I want to give a big shout out to? Boss Man down here.
Hey,
Boss
man.
Man right here. This guy right here has been pumping out the shorts. He's been pumping out content. It's getting better and better. The one with Amanda being a javelin is awesome.
Dude.
Everybody go check that one out. I love that one.
That's so funny.
He's been
Thank you
doing
for saying
such
that.
a fantastic job. And anybody who wants to check these out, thank the man below who is doing all the work. And I appreciate you, Sean. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, man.
And thank you for reconfirming we are the best show in Carpool Gaming. Thank you.
Well, it's my pleasure. Yeah, we as so long as there is an Xbox to be driving about, we will be here podcasting about it. Let me tell you what. I have to admit, like every now and then, I sit down to edit one of these shorts, and Amanda's where she's a javelin. I sat down, I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna do this, I gotta I had the idea. Like I want to put her as a javelin, like take a JPEG of her, just actually a PNG. I'm sorry, not a JPEG. We ain't dealing with no JPEGs around here. Only a PNG. And I wanted to see her flung off into the sky, and it was close enough to my vision, Mitch, that my editing skills were just enough to get it fairly close. I wanted to see her flung off into the sky.
It was really good, and I just want to point out, there's things that he's learning all the motion stuff. He's learning all those things on the fly. I haven't had a chance to show him how to do some of the motion stuff yet.
I
but
feel
it's
like
gonna
there's a
get better and
particular
better.
charm with how shitty it is.
There is. No, that was a really good short. I like that quite a bit. So again, make
Nice.
sure you guys
Thank
go
you,
check
man.
that out.
Yep.
And you're only going to find that on YouTube. So go there. Let's say we're only going to find that on YouTube for now.
Yeah, maybe we go to Snapchat or we go to myspace.com/.
Nope, not that one.
Oh, not those
TikTok.
ones?
TikTok.
Vine.com/carpool.
Yes,
gaming.
Vine is still a thing. 100%.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, Twitter.com/carpool. Oh, those were the days, weren't they? Remember the days when Game Pass was great and Twitter was fun and we found cool people on Twitter? Oh, hey Fee, what are you up to over there? What are you geeking out about there? Cheer me up, please. Fix me.
Sure. Well, you know what? I was going to talk about a television show that has essentially taken over my life, the past few weeks. Just because, like, every single week, like, I will say, typically, if I decide that I want to watch a television show, I'll sometimes, like, bring out my phone. I'm multitasking, I'm doing other things. But guys, I cannot do anything if I put the pit on. I have to be focusing the entire time. It is just constant go, 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 go. There's like no like rest periods in that show. And I feel like that's obviously the whole point. It's supposed to represent like these doctors having to go into different rooms. And it's not just like, as we've talked about, and I know other people have talked about previously, if you're not familiar with the pit, it's about an emergency room in Pittsburgh. And it is just very intense. Each episode is 1 hour. And goodness gracious, Sean, were there times in this episode where my palms were sweaty and then just like it was intense. It was a very intense situation. But yeah, I love the show. It's so freaking good. I like I said, the just overall, I typically am able to get I'm able to I did say Pittsburgh, the pit, Pittsburgh. But yeah, each episode, Sean, the moment that like you're just like, oh my God, something happens, the episode's done. And
That's
then
how
you
you
have to
do
wait
it.
and
Dispatch.
I'm just-
Sorry. I couldn't help myself. Sorry. Keep going. I'm sorry.
No worries. No, it's very, very well done. And I love the fact that like if you watched it back to back, it's like seamless from the last episode because it's going from like 1 minute in to 59 minutes to the hour, and then it just stops. And then
Oh,
it's
like
just
24. Remember 24? Remember that show, Jack Bauer?
I do. I do.
CTU, counter-terrorist unit. Oh, we need Jack Bauer more than ever. Bring him back. He never
God.
sleeps
How
and he
old
never
is that
dies
man?
unless he's temporarily dead. He was dead for a minute, but they brought him back. That was the only time he rested.
He's old or older. I don't know how old he is.
What?
I don't know how old he is.
Oh man, that show was
yeah.
great. What a concept.
Yeah. No,
But also the pit apparently is very good.
The Pit is phenomenal, Sean. Would highly recommend it. Season 1 is already out, so if you want to dive into that show, there's multiple hours
Where
there.
is it?
And
Where you Crave,
Crave.
or
It's
Crave
Crave in
here in
it's-
Canada? Is
it's-
it
yes,
a HBO show?
it is an
Yeah, it
HBO
is.
show.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
HBO's doing really well. Yes, Mitch.
Did you see that Matt Damon and Ben Affleck were on Joe Rogan and they were talking about how now they have to like dumb down stories because of how much people pay attention to phones while they're watching a TV or a movie?
Yes.
Like they have to literally like re-explain plot points
Yep.
over
And now I can't
over
unsee it. Now
openly.
I see it all the
Yeah.
time. Now that they were explaining that, yes, indeed.
It just sucks that we have to do that because none of us can pay attention for a little bit of time. That's why part of me appreciates movie theaters a little bit more because like most of the people don't
Just
have that.
focus.
You kind of have, yeah,
Yes.
it's not hard. It's 2 hours.
I know.
It's 2 hours.
Isn't that what
Pay
we're here?
attention.
We're signing up for it.
Yeah.
We're doing the dang thing. I agree with
No.
you. I'm glad you brought that up because that episode was very interesting to listen to. I know it's the Joe Rogan podcast and people feel a certain way about this man, but I'm just going to put that aside for a second. I need to address, sometimes I talk to my fellow podcasters and friends via podcast. I know Seth is in the chat on a recent episode of Bit Harmony. Seth and Matt, the hosts of Bit Harmony, a video game music podcast, we're discussing the Spotify Wrapped, which shows you as a podcaster what your listeners also listen to. And they were perplexed that listeners of Bit Harmony, a video game music podcast, would also listen to Joe Rogan. And I've listened to Joe Rogan a couple of times, like Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, etc. And I just want to let Seth know I contributed to that. So don't be that confused. And I don't think I'm a terrible person.
Okay.
There's
First
your
off, you're
clip
not
for the
terrible. Yeah, exactly. There's your YouTube short. He's the most popular podcast on the internet. It's bound to happen.
It's bound to happen.
It's
I
bound to
know.
happen.
They were blown away. Like, who is listening to this and Joe Rogan? Like, probably a lot of people, man. It's just numbers. It's just the way
But also
it works.
too, like I mean, when he interviews certain people, like he does do a good interview.
I know. He's got
I
like
mean,
Brian Cox on there, one of my favorite people ever. Like, yeah. Let
He's
me
got some
listen to
stand-up
space
comedians
people
on there.
Heck
Him and-
yes.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Anyway,
It's okay.
Fee, The Pit sounds like a great TV show on HBO and Crave also.
It sure is, Sean. And also to answer another question in the chat, this is just a scrunchie. For people who are interested, what's currently around my microphone, because it seems to be a question coming up. Yeah, I just put a scrunchie. It's an oversized scrunchie. I have another one on my desk too, but I'm not going to show that one. Mostly because it's supposed to be a gift for someone else. So it's just, yeah. I bought a scrunchie. It was supposed to be for a Christmas present. I'm currently holding off until I gather
Next
more
Christmas?
things. No, it's mostly I'm trying to gather like multiple different items and then I'll send it to that person. Yeah. Cough, cough, K. Enjoy.
I was going to say, I'm not growing out my hair anytime soon. You don't have to
I know.
save that for me.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, but I
missed
just
it.
thought
I had long
did.
hair.
Wow.
Yep. Long
To your
time.
God
shoulder?
took my hair.
To my shoulders. Yep.
Wow. Well,
Yep, pretty good.
you could do it again, Sean.
It takes too long. I grew my hair out a little bit over COVID, and it was not good. It's just not good. It takes too long.
You're talking to me. My hair is like this long. It's super long right now. Super long. I get
Mine
it.
takes forever.
Yeah, same here, Mitch. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, your hair's
It's a
great,
long, long
Fee.
time.
You have great hair.
Thank you. I'm cutting it, but that's cool.
Oh, it's all.
No, I'm not getting. I'm just.
Your hair looks
Okay.
great. I'm absolutely cutting all of it
This
off.
is
I'm
what
just letting you
happens
know.
when I give people compliments. I feel like it's a
No.
normal thing. Like, you got great hair, and it's like, oh, thanks. I haven't showered in a week. It's like, why don't you just take it? Just say
No,
thank you.
I appreciate it. I'm just saying that I'm gonna like. I want to get bangs, Sean.
Oh.
Without go. Yeah, I just want to
Banging.
get bangs. Yeah.
Nice.
Aw, thank you, Kay.
Kay says Fee is extra beautiful.
What are
today.
bangs like? I haven't had bangs since I was
They can
like
get
a child.
annoying, Mitch. They
Okay.
can get real freaking annoying fast unless you style. Like you have to style them regularly. If you don't, they go into your eyes. They just get really annoying. Yeah.
So it's really
Hair in your
interesting.
eyes has gotta
Earlier,
be
before
annoying.
we started the show, I was really considering just skipping straight to the news. And I'm really glad we haven't. I'm so glad that we're
I mean, we
sitting
could
in this for
right
no,
now.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. People can wait. Okay. Yes, Phil Spencer quit. Sarah Bond's gone. Who the hell knows what's going on? We're talking about geek outs. All right. And probably what
Yeah.
we're playing too. We're just gonna keep it the same order. as usual.
Yes.
If that's all right with you guys.
Yeah, we need a little happiness today, Sean. We need a little bit of happiness.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Big
Sure
time.
do.
Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah.
Geeking out shout outs?
Not right now.
Maybe later. Sounds good.
Give me a half hour. I'll think of something else. Go on.
Fair enough. As for me, it's the Olympics, of course. Canadians, Americans, people from all over the world trying their darndest to win that gold medal, the silver medal, the bronze medal, and the participation ribbons. Whatever you guys like. You're getting all the dang things. What are you giggling about over there, Fee?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, tomorrow, no, 2 days from now as we record this, in the past for most of the other feeds who are listening to this, the Canadians and the Americans, Mitch, we're going at it, mano a mano, team versus team, ice hockey, men's ice hockey. It's coming down to the two of us. I know you care deeply about this, particularly that it has ice involved, but this is going to be a big deal, man, and I cannot wait. Sunday morning, yes, Riley King in the chest is Sunday morning, 8:10 Eastern time, which is 6:10 my time. I will be.
We're up. We're up. We're up. I mean,
Yeah,
we're
we're
not
up
a problem with
anyways.
that. We're up anyways. That's fine.
Cannot wait. Congratulations to the American women who won over the Canadian women. So it's kind of amazing that both hockey, men's and women's, U.S. versus Canada. Who will win? We got to get a win out of our boys here. But congratulations, kudos to that American women's team. Fierce, unstoppable, the best I ever saw, actually. So congratulations to the gold medal. Yes, Mitch.
What other? Okay, so you're talking about U.S. and Canada a lot. Is there any particular sports where like another country is like totally dominating and like we're just terrible at?
Like in hockey or like
No, in
other
general,
sports?
like in the Olympics, right?
Oh,
Is there
yeah,
like a
like-
sport in the Olympics where like America and Canada are like way down here and we're just trash? And is there like
No,
I don't know.
I don't watch those sports.
no one cares?
Okay, but actually, I want to say this too. I was watching the women's figure skating. Man, pretty. The Americans won. I think you guys got gold with the women's ice skating or figure skating. But the Japanese figure skaters were like unbelievable. I was invested. I was really geeking out. I was leaning in watching these. I love figure skating. This may be a lesser known fact about me, Sean Capri. I love figure skating. I think it's amazing what they do. Have you guys ever tried jumping on skates? Have you guys tried to jump on skates and land it and spin around and
I
do
would
the whole
die.
moves? Goodness gracious. What athleticism. You love to see it. Yes, Mitch.
I stand corrected. Norway is kicking the shit out of us in gold
Yeah,
medals.
Norway rules. Winter Olympics? Yes.
They're beating the tar out of us. 17 gold medals. We have 10. Canada,
Yep.
4. Total medal
Yeah, we
count.
specialize in
Nor-
bronze, I think, Mitch.
let me see.
We're pretty good at
yes,
moguls.
the most medals they have are bronze, which are 8.
Yeah, we specialize in bronze.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, Norway is stomping everybody out of the yard, bro. That's
Yeah,
insane.
those
That's
Vikings,
that's what
man.
I wanted to know. I wanted to know, like, I hear U.S. and Canada a lot because of our us,
Of course.
obviously, right? But it's like, is there another state out there or country out there that's just stomping the yard? And apparently it's Norway. So
Oh, yeah. Who else is up there? Give me you got the listings up there? You got the
I do.
rankings?
Norway 17 gold, USA 10, USA. Italy 9, Netherlands
Italy.
8. Yeah, Italy's at 9.
Who's 8?
Netherlands.
Oh, yeah, Netherlands.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Very
then
good.
Germany
Strong
with
speed
6.
skating ladies over there.
With 6 medals, Germany, France, Switzerland, and Sweden with 6. Austria, Japan with 5. Canada, China with 4. And then, does anybody else care? Nobody else got that many gold medals. Dude, I feel bad. Belgium is getting they have 1 poor bronze medal. Those poor
Hey, man,
guys.
just good to be there. It's just good to be there.
Yep. Those
I gotta
athletes
say,
are just happy.
As we wrap up the Olympics chat, the reason I get so kind of excited about it is these people dedicate their lives. I feel like sometimes you might know, but sometimes you might not know. Like the dedication to every single day, like dialed in nutrition, dialed in training. They give up so much. And like, especially for some of these speed sports, man, holy crap. Like it's like first second, dead last. Like that quick, man.
Right.
It's like first second and why are you even here? You know what I mean? And they just dedicate so much. It's very inspirational. I really try to lean into that. Fulia in the chat says you forgot Australia. What happened to
I want
Australia
to point
in the
that
Winter
out.
Olympics?
Australia only has 6 medals total.
In the Winter
3
Olympics.
golds, 2 silvers. Olympic Winter Games, February 2026 through this one. Yeah. Australia has 3 gold medals, 2 bronze. I'm sorry. 3 gold, 2 silver, 1 bronze. They have 6 total medals. So I don't know
Shout
why
out.
you're saying they're better than Canada. Yeah. Sorry.
I don't know. Fulia says it's our best Winter Olympics. Congratulations, Australia.
That's awesome.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll
Or-
take
or-
over in the Summer Olympics, surely.
For sure.
Yeah.
Also, I got to point out, Summer Olympics, when they added skateboarding, Japan all of a sudden cared. And
Yeah,
they've been
man.
putting out so many skateboarders now. All of a sudden, you're just seeing so many skateboarders from Japan showing up. And I'm like,
I'm telling you, dude.
where were these guys? These guys are great.
I'm just telling you,
yeah.
you guys should watch the if you can watch replays of the women's ice figure skating. Pretty good. Pretty compelling stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also-
it was somebody's like last skate, and like that's always sad to see. It's like, oh, this is gonna be their last Olympics, and it's like, I love the stories. Sorry if I cut you off though.
No, it's okay. I was just gonna say now curling is popular than ever.
Very dramatic. The drama is happening in curling. Will they touch that rock twice, Mitch? Oh, and will they accuse the other player of doing so?
Drama.
They might. They might.
They might fist fight. That's what'll bring
They
ratings to
might.
the Olympics.
Listen, you
Fist
don't
fighting.
understand. Some of these curling teams, these are guys who grew up wanting to play hockey, but they ended up in curling instead. So
They're still very talented.
yes.
I don't want to diminish your athletic ability, sir. You're still talented.
You're still at the Olympics and we're not.
I love curling. Look, I wanted to say at the start and the top, I think curling is awesome. I love watching it. Very exciting. I just wonder about like, oh, you're an Olympian. What kind of Olympian are you? Curling. Oh, okay. Yeah, that counts. That's Olympian. Imagine going back in time and telling the Greeks, hey, so we kept up that like annual or every 4 years, that sporting thing that you do. Oh yeah, what do they do now? They throw
But that's like
things.
saying shot putters are not like that would be like
No, it's
dissing
not.
shot put.
No, shot put is pure strength. It's that I feel like is the true spirit of Olympics. Shot put? Oh man.
Yeah, those are they literally, quite literally, Sean, go hard.
Yeah, they do. Shot put. Shot put. Shout out to shot put.
I used to do shot put.
I believe it. Mm-hmm. Maybe you should throw Amanda. Just like Brian Reese does.
Around.
Because this is the interconnected podcast. We talked about it on the
The
Nintendo
cinematic
of
universe.
course.
Yeah.
cinematic universe.
Okay.
Exactly. I absolutely love the fact that V wanted to make sure that for all you curlers who watch the Xbox Drive, that we know that you're athletic.
Yeah,
and
we get
don't
it.
diminish that.
I'm
Just want to make sure.
I'm just saying. I can't curl. I'm not good at it. I'm not trying to suggest I'm better than it. I just think like when you think Olympian, when you picture like a statue of an Olympian, are they holding a broom? I just wonder, is that what's happening? I'm just curious.
Curlers, we appreciate you. Please
I
don't
love
come
you
at us in the
curlers.
comments.
I love
We love
curlers.
A lot
you
of
so much.
technique. It's a lot of technique.
I want to have everybody over for a bonspiel. Let's go have a curling bonspiel. Let's do the dang thing.
No other news happened today. For the next 2 hours, we're going to talk about the Olympics and how curlers
Hell
are important.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is how
Oh
we do
my
it.
God.
That's my geek
All
out.
right. Is that your geek out? That's fantastic. Oh my God.
Shout out to the Olympics. Hey, they only happen
Shout-
every couple of years, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like clockwork, right?
It's true.
You know who else shows up like clockwork?
Housekeeping.
Oh,
That
that's
lady.
true. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
always here.
housekeeping lady. Yeah, she's. Why are you looking up?
I don't know.
She's like parachuting in. Coming
Is
in
that
through
an
the
Olympic
ceiling.
sport?
Is that you playing? Stupid lady.
Anyways, about that housekeeping, we want to thank our new Patreon supporters. Thank you, Brian Reese, for upgrading to Platinum Producer. That's crazy.
Wow.
That's great. You're a good man. I've heard great things about you on other shorts. I just want to point that out too.
It's true.
Yeah, I heard
love
that too.
Brian Reese.
YouTube.com/carpoolgaming.
Nailed
Of course, speaking of, a new episode of We the Gamer Cast featuring Brian Reese is live now in early access on Patreon, coming to the free feed on Thursday. So make sure you
It's
guys
there.
check that out. It's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, today's
it.
Friday.
I don't know. Yeah, it'd be cool
Look
if
at
this
that.
gets updated so I don't
I
look
know.
stupid
Who
when I
knows?
read it. It's
Listen
fine.
some.
Who cares?
Listen to it.
Recent Patreon content, though. The Locklith, her episode of Pants is now live. Seth is up next. Seth, if you haven't recorded it yet, people, go throw questions his way. Please ask him crazy things. Ask him about how his reaction was on that campfire episode that I finally listened to. Boy, oh boy, that was
Campfire.
wild.
Yep.
Great campfire. Absolutely. New episode of the GUIs is coming. Seth is joined by Crocokyle to chat about Escape from Ever After. It hits early access and Patreon on Tuesday, February 24th, which is this upcoming Tuesday, which has not already happened. And it'll come to public feeds on Thursday, February 26th, which is that as well. Stop typing, Seth. I also want to thank It's moving. I can't read. Also, you can
he's
support
in the
show-
housekeeping doc. I'm like, what
He's
do you mean? How do
actively
you know he's
typing in the
talking?
housekeeping right now. You can also support the show entirely for free by leaving a quick 5-star review wherever you listen. It helps the show climb the search and get in front of new people. So make sure you guys do that. We don't have any new reviews yet, so make me read some reviews. Everybody, if you haven't reviewed it on your podcast service of choice, please go do that. I don't know.
How is that possible?
I don't know. Talk about how much you love the Olympics and how much you love curlers and respect their athletic ability. Make sure you put that in the comments of the YouTube video and the comments on the podcast feed. It's very important. Another easy and free way, so much moving, to help grow the show is to tell a friend you think they would like it. So I'll you know what I'll do? I'm gonna message one of my friends from high school who I haven't talked to in like 10 years. And I'm just gonna tell him, hey dude, I do a podcast. You probably will like it.
That'd be nice.
We'll see how that conversation goes.
Hi, friend from 10 years ago.
Hi, friend, who I have not literally talked to since graduation. How are you?
Well, there you go.
We'll do that. Maybe it sparks up a friendship again. Probably not, but it's okay. Current Backtrackers game is Fury Unleashed, which is on Saturday, March 7th at 11 a.m. Eastern. So again, no one cares about Pacific time. Make sure you guys pay attention to Eastern. And of course, the current Book Crafters theme, it's not Valentine's, it's Smut, which has not happened yet. That is happening next Saturday, February 28th at 7 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys are there for that.
Yeah.
And
Get your smut in.
Get what she said. And I think that's it.
Housekeeping!
Leave! Fix that hole in the roof. All right.
Bye.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
What are we talking about?
We're back. The games that we are playing, we are absolutely not talking about Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond leaving just yet.
Not yet.
We're gonna save that to the very end. Just like High Guard got left to the very end of the Game Awards announcements.
It's sad. That's just sad, bro. I feel really bad for High Guard. I don't want to say, I can't tell you if it was good or bad because I didn't play it.
Now you never will.
And I never will, but you know what? I can't say anything good or bad about it. So I will just say High Guard was a game that existed at one point in time. And yeah, here we are. It's over and done with. But yeah, I mean, it sucks for the studio. I'm sure they had a lot of, I think had they had a little bit more talk about the game before the day before it released, maybe people would have paid more attention to it. I don't know. It was a bold marketing strategy to not say anything at all, or update your website at all, or update anything, social media at all, until a day before the game releases. So maybe people will learn from that, maybe get more hype throughout, the wait time, but poor High Guard.
We don't have to talk about that. I don't know why I brought it up.
I don't know why you did either.
You playing anything?
I'm playing stuff, yeah. I am playing mostly two things. I'll start with the quicker one. Apex finally fixed their dropship stuff and their wildcard mode, which I said they would. Apex does a solid job of paying attention when the community is pissed off. Damn. And everybody was very loud and clear about how much they hated that game after they made certain changes to it. And guess what? Within a week, they reverted it all. And they said, we're sorry. Go back to enjoying the game the way you liked it. So, yeah, it actually was really nice that I played some Apex. Not a ton. Just played a couple quick games here and there for dailies. Probably play more of it this weekend now that it's actually in a playable state. So, play more of that. And the number one thing I've been playing, though, and I know that Fee's been playing it as well, is Arc Raiders.
Yeah.
Game is still awesome. The game is still great. I still enjoy loading up and going looking for loot and trying to upgrade all of these different things. And yeah, it's super fun. There's a couple times where we still run into people that are kind of dicks, and that's just kind of the nature of the game. You're still going to run into random people. But for the most part, we actually do have good times. Lots of funny moments that are happening. I have a lot of clips that I actually have not gone through. I do want to make some YouTube shorts out of those. A lot of funny different moments, but that game is still fun, man. It really is. I know there's a new event that's happening, I believe, next week. There's something they tease that I think is coming up next week sometime. Some like new mode that'll happen during the maps. Like they have night raids, they have Bird City, they have different things like that. I think there's a new one that they're teasing, so hopefully that'll lead to some cool stuff. But Sean has seen me play it in the Discord. Me and Bowser played,
You sound like you're having a great time when I listen to you play the game.
We are.
You sound great. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're not screaming at anybody. You're not slamming anything. I mean, I don't think you're slamming anything, but you're definitely.
I am.
Oh, you're slamming things? Okay.
Oh yeah, there's times where I definitely slam my desk in anger. There are, like I said, there are times where it's very rare in the lobbies that I'm in. When me and Bowser usually play, for the most part, it's tame. Most part, people aren't trying to bother us. We just kind of help each other out. There's been a couple times where we've actually had a lot of laughs joining other people in the game who are all also friendly. So there's been a couple things that are fun. But yeah, then there's people that just want to cause chaos and watch the world burn. And for all those people, your mothers didn't hug you enough, and I'm very sorry for that. But
probably not.
Yeah,
she had 4
probably
kids.
Not.
There's 4 of us.
Yeah, just
I was the middle.
Not enough love to go around. You're right.
I couldn't even have the title of the middle child. I had to share it. There's 2 of us. Yeah.
You just look at each other like, which one's more middle? Is that what you say?
Yep. Oh, he's the baby, the last boy. Oh. I'm just kidding. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Sean fully breaks down in the middle of the show right now.
Thanks a lot, Phil. Look what you
did. Damn it, Phil. Look what you've done to my friend.
And Sarah. We can't leave Sarah out of this, too.
Right.
Matt Booty is in charge. Are you kidding me? Matt Booty's still there? What is happening?
Anyways, Arc Raiders is rad. Everybody go check it out. I also want to remind everybody that Arc Raiders is Play Anywhere on Xbox, so make sure if you're going to buy it there so you can play it on everything. But no, Arc Raiders is fun. B, why don't you talk about your Arc Raiders experience? Because your Arc Raiders experience is different than mine because you're playing with different people. So
it's true.
Yes, how's yours going?
It's going great. It's been a lot of fun. I've been playing with quite a few people, as you said. So I've played with you. I've played with Bowser. I've also been playing with my other trio. Well, I have 2 other trios. One is Kay and Lucas, and then of course we have the other trio, which is Kay, as well as Joe. Mr. Badbit himself and I usually play in the evenings, and it's been a lot of fun. And I apparently am legally required to say that Joe is actually good at the game. Not legally required to. He is actually good at the game. But no, it's been it's quite a lot of fun. I do agree with Mitch. There are times where you'll be playing with a bunch of really cool people. I was in a lobby this week and one guy was just super toxic, and then the entire server just went after him. So it was 10v1 because this guy kept insulting everybody and saying quite inappropriate things. And so one person is just there's only one of him and all of us. And then it was just going and dealing with him. So it's quite an entertaining time, to say the least. But yeah, I've been enjoying just going out, trying to find different items that I need to get for my expedition, as well as my trophy kit, trophy case, I guess. And yeah, I will say there have been times where I've been I think it was last Saturday I almost uninstalled because there was one guy who was just a complete and utter jerk-faced jerk. But you know what? No, it's really annoying when you spend all your time trying to kill one large boss, and then all of a sudden these guys come over and start taking your stuff, and then you're like, hey, can you stop doing that? You didn't do anything, and then they kill you. And I was just don't like that. Don't like that at all. So yeah. Yeah, I will say I'm a little bit more adventurous than my counterpart Kay, mostly because she does not want to go to certain maps. Cough, cough, Stella Montes. So yeah, Sean, that place is real toxic. That's where people go. People go quite hard.
Is that
there.
just where stuff is? What is it about the place that makes people butt heads over there?
It's because it's end game kind of content. So it's you get the good kind of blueprints.
There's not just
as well
signs
as
up
items.
everywhere. Hey,
no,
be a jerk face here. It's allowed and encouraged even.
No. Nope. Mitch is so excited about it. He's not even talking. He's muted. He's just having a good time.
Mistakes.
Moment's gone.
Whoa, moment is gone.
You're right.
Just joking.
It looked very animated though.
Yeah.
It
What were
was
you gonna say?
animated, yeah.
What were you gonna say?
No,
Mitch?
I was gonna say, you don't see the signs that say shoot everybody when you load up?
Yeah.
Do you miss those signs?
No.
Oh,
because I don't do that. No, I typically go with a plan of attack and then usually avoid people like the plague. And some people are cool, and other times not so much, which is unfortunate. Do I think the game could benefit from having just a PvE mode? Sure, but at the same time, I feel like it might remove like an element of, I would almost say like excitement in a way, because there have been times where I was just like, this guy does deserve to maybe
Die.
like, no, I wouldn't say die, but
I
maybe, yeah, essentially.
die.
Yeah, you need to die. Yeah.
Yeah, you know
Let
what?
me help
yeah.
you out with that. That's what you mean.
I will say I wasn't expecting to like the game as much as I did. It does kind of give the same, in a way, it has almost the same vibe. And I know we're not going up against one monster and then that's the end, like with Monster Hunter. But it's very like you queue up, you go with the team, you do your stuff, and then you leave. And then it's like rinse and repeat. The only bigger concern is having to deal with jerk-face jerks. So... But no, yesterday we there was a few lobbies such as, I think it's Buried, is it not Buried City? It's the, like, at Spaceport, it's an event. It's like 45 minutes long, and typically it's pretty chill. A lot of people are really friendly, at least the lobbies that I'm in. Apparently some lobbies are not as much as friendly, if you will, because the more people you kill, the more PvP centric lobbies you get placed into. So yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to play more. Sean, if you ever get it at some point, I'm more than happy to play with you. But yeah,
I'll have to paste my Steam wish list back into the chat here. Let's do this, Mitch. Actually, I would love to play The Division, but that's a whole other conversation. It has everything that you just talked about. It has a dark zone and a PvE. Like, it's got all of it. Yeah, it's not brand new though.
Yeah. A lot of fun with Arc Raiders, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys keep going. You guys keep going. I'll just disappoint you. Like, I'll just
Stop,
I
you're not
ruin
gonna disappoint us.
multiplayer
You're-
stuff for people.
no,
No, you don't. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know why you say that. When was the last time you ruined a multiplayer? Talk to me. When was the last thing that we played besides Lethal Company, which you gave a solid 2-hour try?
Protecting me from the memory. It's shoved it aside, and I can't recall it because it probably was
Interesting.
very traumatic for me. I can't get too close to people. I just get hurt, Mitch. That's all. You know what I mean?
I'm very sorry to hear that, sir.
Wow.
I mean, we'll
It's
hold
fine.
your hand. We'll make sure nothing happens, but
You will not hold my hand. I'll hold your
your
hand
hand.
longer than you'll hold my hand.
you
Guaranteed.
probably will,
wow.
and that's okay. I'll accept it.
Sweet.
Brad.
It sounds fun though.
Chicken now.
A little chicken.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness. But yeah,
Yeah,
no,
sounds
it's
fun.
Yeah, it is. And a lot of good memories and a lot of goofs and gags of essentially just
Gags.
yeah, just constant just hilarity. Because I will say I don't have the best depth perception, so sometimes I just try to jump and then I don't actually land on where I should go, or maybe I die, or I end up just randomly aggravating something I shouldn't have, and then we start running because it's like a massive okay. This will be funny for the people who've played it. The other day, I had the urge to try to jump on the back of the matriarch, and so we all went in free loadouts, and then we tried to, everyone was like distracting the matriarch, which, by the way, Sean, the matriarch is a large boss. And I was just like, I just really want to see what happens if I jump on the matriarch. I could not because the leveling, but next time I'm just going to take a grapple hook. That's the only thing I'm going to take into the map and just shoot at the matriarch and then just see what happens. Because you don't take damage if you touch it.
It's like the spider from Wild Wild West. It's very
Yeah.
big.
Oh,
It's a-
nice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
And then I
you.
just want to blast Wild Wild West while like just
Cisco.
almost being knocked.
Look at Wawa.
Okay,
Will
now great.
Jim West, Desperado.
Great. Now I have content for the stream tomorrow. I'm
No,
going
you
to load
don't
that
want
up and I'm
none
going to play
of
it just
this.
like I do all my sound effects. I'm just going to play that as soon
Yeah.
as we get to the matriarch.
Oh my goodness.
There was a guy yesterday who was
Wild Wild
blasting
West.
Creedence Clearwater Revival while we were fighting some things. And
Dude,
I'm
that
like,
rules.
yeah, it was so. And then he played Paranoid by Black Sabbath while we were
like
shooting
it's
things.
the
I'm like,
Vietnam War. Like it's
yeah,
like every
yeah. It was awesome, bro. It was so cool. Me and Bowser were just shooting this
coming in with
bombardier on top of a
helicopters.
parking garage. All of a sudden, I heard Paranoid by Black Sabbath. I'm like, what? And some dude was playing it through his prox chat, and he was shooting the hell out of that thing. I'm like, this is pretty awesome. Can't deny that.
I will say my new thing now is if someone is toxic and kills me, I just block them. So this is the game that I have the most blocks on now, which is very funny. Yeah, I'm just blocking a bunch of people. Who knows, everyone, if you're listening to this podcast. Maybe I have you blocked if you killed me. Yep. So there you go.
It's your fault, though. She's just trying to be nice. She's just trying to look for materials to upgrade her trophy case. That's
I could have asked other things, but I didn't. So here we are.
Sweet. Mm-hmm. How's that bookshop coming?
It's going great, Sean. Restarted that.
Restarted?
I restarted. There's like 100 new books that they added too, which is fantastic. So it's really exciting. There's like books that it came out late last year. I don't know if they've added any 2026 releases, but yeah, I was playing it the other day with Kay, mostly because I apparently lost the capability of reading out loud because I was very tired one night, and so she was reading on my stream for me, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I got about, I think, a week or so into the game because it goes by days, like Stardew Valley and stuff like that. So there's a real books. Yes, all of the books in the game are real, 100%, which is crazy. They upload a title and then they have, for example, they have Akatar on there. I think they have a few. I know they there's obviously the classics. There's like Pride and Prejudice. There's Frankenstein, all sorts of other books. So it's interesting to see that they're kind of like, I guess, continue updates is adding more titles to the book, because they're never going to run out of book titles and options. So yeah, mixes it up so you're not just constantly getting the same books.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Absolutely. 100%. I learned that there was a guy who wrote a book after he got his second divorce and then went on a trip through, I think, like the Blue Mountains. I don't remember the name of it specifically, like Blue Highway. But yeah, it's apparently a dark comedy where he just, like, it's a biography where he just goes and travels through this area. And I'm like, well, that's really interesting. Yeah. So maybe get some new book recommendations there, Sean.
I got the Kaiju Preservation Society from the library, John Scultsy, because I just finished his other book, Starter Villain, that had talking cats in it, or typing cats, more accurately. They go over to a computer and they would type things out. It was very nice. It was very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So now I can attend the book crafters and talk about maybe a book that I read, because I read one.
I'm so excited to hear that.
Are you going to join this one and talk about smut?
No, it's not. Oh, wait. It's not Valentine's. It is smut? Oh,
right.
Then yes. I've not read any smut. Not this
Neither
week.
have I.
Wow.
Right.
Not this week, he says.
Or last week.
Or the week before.
Or really any week.
There's still time. You have a week,
time.
Sean.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, you guys can find me in Discord and recommend me some smut. How about that?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Sean, please do me a favor. Go to the library and check that out and look
just-
the librarian
just type
right
in
in the
smut.
face. Yeah. Just look her right in the face and be like, and
Hello,
hand her a stack of
librarian.
books.
I'm looking for
No,
your
you
smut
should just-
section.
Yeah, you should just go and say, like, hey, I'm looking for some smut.
She's like, she pulls me through like the saloon doors in the back. Like
They got the beads and the thing like that.
Not the beads. Oh no.
No.
You know what we're talking about.
No.
Oh, remember the old video stores, guys?
Yes, I do. I remember my
back
dad's
there,
like, you do
moms?
not go in there.
What's
My
back
dad's
there?
like, you do not go in there.
Wow.
That is hilarious.
Shout out. I don't think that's what. Anyway, you playing anything else there, Fee?
Not in the least, Sean. Not in
Not
the
in the
least.
All right, sounds good. Well, our Discord apparently is there for everybody to discover smut and talk about other things. Goodness gracious.
Good Lord. What have you been playing,
tomorrow,
Sean?
by the way, I'm going to be guesting on the role-playing game Cave, the RPG Cave podcast with Ryan Turford.
Yes.
And on that podcast, we will be discussing Fallout New Vegas, I think in great detail. Ryan played the game for 2 days and somehow defeated it. Rolled credits, beat Fallout New Vegas. I didn't know that was possible. I am not on the same trajectory, Fee. I'm taking my time with this one.
Taking your time.
We are also, I started it on stream, twitch.tv/carpoolgaming live, and we spent a good hour, maybe more, doing the character creator, which was great. Our character's name was Todd. Not just any Todd. Todd Howard. Character's name is Todd Howard. Did we pull up a photo of Todd and try to make our character look exactly like him? Yes. Did we succeed at this? Moderately at best. You think okay? You think okay, Mitch?
I don't think it's terrible. I
I
think
didn't
it's
see
doable.
his face.
It looks like he's suffering through the wasteland for sure. It's not like he's nicely coiffed in his beautiful Bethesda offices over there.
That's
He's
how Todd
been-
Howard looks at the end of a game cycle. He's just
Exactly.
like, that's how he looks, just disheveled and broken. And then he
That's true.
goes and does an E3 presentation where he looks fine.
I mean, here's the deal, guys. Like, so much has happened in Xbox land just today that we've all forgotten that Todd Howard was on the Kind of Funny podcast thing earlier this week talking about Elder Scrolls 6, and we probably could have been talking about that too. But that's for another day, I suppose. Fallout New Vegas fee. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. You guys, I talked about this last week. I finished Mass Effect, one of my favorite games of all time. Love the lore, love the game, even for its faults. Here I am now playing Fallout New Vegas on my PC. And I think it's good. I'm not sure. I'm not like in it yet. I haven't had that like moment of like, oh my gosh, I can't believe what I'm playing. And maybe that's just not possible for an older game like this. But you've played Fallout New Vegas, I think.
Yeah, I've played quite a number of hours. I think I maybe got like 75 to 100 hours into the game. But I never finished it. I mean, yeah, but I didn't finish it, Sean. I've not finished that game. The same thing goes for like Fallout 4. I've technically not finished Fallout 4.
Yeah, Fallout games are not needed. You don't finishing like rolling credits is not required.
It's not required. Not in the least.
Yeah.
No, and that's the thing because it was funny because when I joined you on stream, you kept asking, you're like, where should I go? What should I do? What should I do? And I'm like, I'm not telling you anything. You need to go and
wander.
explore. Mind you, was the last time I ventured through New Vegas probably a decade ago? Absolutely. But it's just
Time
one
flies.
of those time flies when you're having fun. But yeah.
Yeah, you kind of like went into song there.
Yeah, absolutely. Time to break out in
little
song and
musical,
avoid
yeah.
main topics. No,
Indeed. Well, let me tell you about exploring because I did
Yes.
try to take your advice about exploring. I found a camp. There's like the Powder Gangers, which I don't think I like that name at all. It's one of the factions. They're a bunch of ruffians, a bunch of no good people, and so I went and roughed those guys up. And then over yonder, not related to any quest that I was on, I found looked like a prison, some sort of prison structure. And then some guys started shooting at me from their towers. And I'm like, I can't just walk away from being shot at. So I chased the bullets. I ran at them head on, and I charged at them with my broad machete because my gun skills are terrible. Because I'm playing, remember, as Todd Howard. Okay, so our speech skills and our intellect very high. Gun skills, we're assuming Todd Howard in real life probably doesn't know how to shoot a gun very well, but very smart, very articulate. Just sucks with a pistol. You know?
Okay.
But he's got a knife. He's got a knife. And
got
so
a knife.
we run up towards these guys. We start chopping them up. VAT system, I know VAT system gets a lot of hate or whatever. Shout out to the VAT system. I'm here to, I think it's hilarious, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Let's pause the game. Everybody just wait. You wait right there, bad guy. I'm going to select which body part I want to detach, and then I'm just going to hack away at it. And I love it. I also love the idea of like crippling somebody's head as a body part, and they just kind of like cover their face and they kind of like more like they're annoyed kind of thing. They go into this animation. Sometimes you get to somebody just down to their last little bit of health and they're like nuts to this and they run away, and then I chase them with a machete and I'm just trying to get them down, just trying to get that one whack right in the buttocks and then I'll finish them off right from behind there. Mitch, what do you think about that, bud?
I have no words.
Yeah,
But this
fair.
is going to be a YouTube short.
It's you never really know what's going to happen. So the VAT system is pretty fun. I love the VAT system. I think it's hilarious. The critical hits, they always land with such explosive energy, and it's over the top and ridiculous. And I really actually enjoy it. Now, when I got to this prison, I was a little underpowered. Of course, Todd Howard, just a slight little man. But I did have dynamite, okay? I was not good with a gun, but like how hard could dynamite be, Mitch?
Bigger
That
blast
sounds pretty
radius.
easy.
You know what I mean? It's
Exactly.
a lot easier to hit your target.
I took care of all the guys who were outside of the prison, stole one of the keys off of them. I'm like, great, this is awesome. I can get inside of this building. I open the door. There's 5 dudes inside just waiting to shoot me in the face. So I'm like, that's too much for me. I tried to get out, couldn't get out fast enough. I'm not sure what was going on. So I reached into my pocket, pulled out some dynamite. And I just started throwing dynamite stick and dynamite stick and dynamite stick and dynamite stick and dynamite stick. And then they all died. They all blew up. Limbs are everywhere. Heads are everywhere. And then it tells me, Myers is dead. I'm like, oh, who's Myers? That sounds I've never seen this game tell me a particular person has been killed. I've just been killing henchmen this whole time. Apparently Myers is a dude who you can like recruit to like be a sheriff of a major town or something. And I blew him to smithereens. I blew him up like the dog that he is. Oh man, I don't know what he did in his past, but Myers is 15,000 pieces all over the inside of this prison, man. What do you think about that?
You know what? As gory as that is, it's the beauty of the game. You know why? Because like the game continues on. Like you have to recognize, like, okay, I may have killed a very important person, but that's fine.
So I did reload it after that.
Okay,
I got
we
to
saved
experience that because
okay.
it freaked me out a little bit. I'm like, oh shit, who is Myers? And yeah, he's like the main. It's like a main dude. He's the guy you want going back over to Prim and being the sheriff. I guess you have a couple different options. You make a robot a sheriff over there, and that's kind of neat and interesting. But yeah, it was fun just to. I thought he was shooting at me. I didn't know he was like being held captive. I thought everybody in that room was shooting at me. So I was just throwing dynamite and dynamite and dynamite. Remember when I was saying that before? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
See, that's why I'm like, this is kind of the other reason why I really want you to play Baldur's Gate, Sean. The amount of like
they got dynamite.
They have dynamite. There's a bunch of stuff you could do. Not so much dynamite, but there's other things you can do in the game.
Okay.
But no, there's so many different options and different like. Wow, like my game, like obviously my first gameplay wasn't the same as my second or my third. The same thing goes for you. You're going to play through the game and you might end up just killing a bunch of people in a town and I'd be like, you know what? How did that affect your gameplay? Like what happened when you did that? Because I know for myself, I made mistakes during my first playthrough and things that I didn't even realize that I could go and do during my first playthrough. So yeah, that's why I'm like, I love types of games like that. Mind you, am I a save scummer? Sure. Like by all means.
I kind of regret doing it, to be honest with you. Like I kind of regret it because I was trying to embrace that, whatever happens, this is my playthrough kind of thing. And I don't know, man. Maybe I'll still go back and kill him, I guess. Maybe I should just go finish the job.
Why?
Just
let the man live. What do you do? You already did enough.
Maybe I'll just go say I'm trading things with him and I'll go stick a dynamite in his pocket and then
That's
walk away.
insane.
Yeah,
You're the type of person in Arc Raiders that me and Fee don't like. You're that chaotic evil.
I do think let me say this. This might be the most inflammatory thing I'll say on the podcast tonight. Probably not. I do think that the most interesting thing to do in Fallout games is the wrong thing, like the bad guy, the villain kind of thing. I think like when it's like it's guiding you, make the good guy the sheriff and have a redemption story and all these different things. Like I don't find that particularly interesting. Like I kind of, and Ryan and I am sure we'll talk about this more on the RPG Cave tomorrow. Ryan is an absolute filthy bandit when it comes to these games. Ryan blew up Megaton and didn't think twice about it. All right, in Fallout 3, you just blow up the town and just walked away like a cool guy. You don't look at the explosions. Yes, Mitch.
Is it because you're too Canadian nice that you just want to play evil in every game?
Yeah, it's just like the escapism is for real.
Fair.
Probably.
That's fair.
Or maybe it's just our absolute true nature and you guys just don't see it yet.
That's true.
I mean,
beware.
Geneva Convention exists. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Okay, we're not going into that. We're not going into history.
Fallout 76 is very cool. I also installed The Division 2. I would like to play The Division 2. I don't know what it is, but I just wanted to see it on my screen, so I played that for 5 seconds, and it felt good, and I think that's probably it for me.
You download it on PC or Xbox?
PC looks very nice. Yes.
That's my next question. How's it looking?
Yep, 4K, about 90 frames. Everything's max. Everything's good. But everybody's moved on, so I might just wander around this place and shoot up some fools.
Yeah,
there you go. You can do that. That's how I feel like when I was watching you play Fallout New Vegas. Is like you can crank the graphics on that thing as much as you want, and it still looks like a 360 game.
It still looks like a 360 game, and in some cases it stutters quite a lot too. Like the game just yeah. We won't talk about the time Sean has had the game crash on him. Just doing many times on and off stream. Yeah, it just creates a Bethesda game.
Literally, every time it crashed, I just kept telling him like, "Good old Bethesda, here we are."
Yeah, what a legacy, man! Holy crap! Oh, goodness gracious. Fallout, I'm enjoying it. I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to continue to wander, and I'll let you guys know what sort of escapades I get myself into. And I feel like there was another game I was going to play after that, but I don't. Oh, I think it was Resident Evil. I think I want to play Resident Evil 8 after this because I know everybody's getting excited about Resident Evil 9, Mitch.
Yes, everybody's getting excited, but I was wanting to mention this to you because I actually was looking at your wish list. They have like every Resident Evil game ever on sale for Steam right now for $40.
I haven't even looked. Really?
Like all
really?
of them. All of them.
Oh, and you
so
know
the
what?
only one they don't have, they have the Resident Evil 4, but not the new remake. They have the old one, the HD version of the old version. But 0, 1, 2 remake, 3 remake, 4 HD version, 5, 6, like 7, 8. They have all of them right now for $40 on Steam right now. I wanted to bring that up because that is an insane deal. Like I said, the only one that's not included in that is Code Veronica. It's not on there. I don't know if Code Veronica is on Steam or not. If I have to keep it a stack, I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. But and then the 4 remake. But the 4 remake is on sale right now for like $15. And I want to point out Resident Evil 4 is literally one of my favorite games of all time. Even the old version, the HD version of the old one is great. The remake is great. But if you are in the mode for Resident Evil, yeah, every one of them on sale. It's like a Capcom Steam sale or something. I will find a link and I'll put it in the chat. But it is.
Is it called the Reload Collection Extra?
I believe so. Yes.
72% off. Yeah, in Canada, this looks like it's $59.75. Holy crap, man! Yeah, it has the original Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, so it's the RE4, the HD version of RE4, so not the remake, but like the HD, the better resed version of the GameCube PS2 version and all that stuff, right? But literally, like even Resident Evil Remake 2 and 3 are solid games.
They are solid.
And Resident Evil 8's in there. Like, yeah, it is absolutely wild, all the games that you get in that collection. But if you're in the mode for some Resident Evil, go for that.
I can't wait to buy that on Steam and then maybe play it on my Xbox console at some point, probably. Who the hell knows?
Who the hell knows? No, man, that's a lot of good stuff. And then, yeah, of course, Resident Evil. I did make a decision that is definitely something I didn't think I would do. I am buying Resident Evil 9 physically on Xbox.
Wow.
I was going to buy it on Steam, but I'm going to buy it on Xbox. And the only reason why, because I'm probably going to play and beat that game right away, and I'll probably never play the game again. So I'll just trade it in. I'll do the good old trade in. Yeah. But, yeah, that collection, I wanted to point that out. It is an insane deal. Such a good deal. Everybody go check it out. All those games are good. The only one I never played was 0. Didn't play 0. 6 is probably the worst one I have played in that bunch, but the rest are solid games.
Very nice. Okay. Anything else before we jump into our main topic? The reason everybody is here. Are you guys want to go ahead?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we want to read the IGN article?
You can read the entire article. Yes. Okay. I mean, really, I've alluded to it already. Phil Spencer has retired. Sarah Bond also retired. Matt Booty is promoted as Microsoft AI exec. Asha Sharma named new Xbox boss, ending a long-time run for our Phil Spencer, our leader, the person who has brought us such great things as Game Pass itself, the Xbox One X, launched the Series X, Series S, and also this handheld revolution that's been going on. Where the heck do we even start with this, Mitch? We are going to sit in this for a little while, guys, because I felt like my stomach kind of turning as this was happening, and I'm like, I don't even know why that's happening. Why am I so bothered by this? Maybe I'm just sleep deprived in general these days. But like this this rocked me because it felt like I was underprepared. It felt like a surprise. It felt blindsided. I can only imagine what people at like actual Xbox are feeling. I've been doing this show for 400 some odd episodes, so we've been talking about Xbox for a very long time. Been playing Xbox for decades. And it's like there's just been like this string of stuff happening, of uncertainty, and year after year of like next year is going to be the year, and next year is going to be the year. And then all of a sudden it's just like very unceremonious. This is it. This is going to be a major change. So yeah, I don't know if there's any particular spot you guys want to start, but it just like couldn't help but feel just kind of weird when this news hit earlier this afternoon.
I don't necessarily. Okay. Shocking, yes. Like the fact of like it was leaked by IGN essentially. Like even though it got like official Microsoft emails, the fact that IGN kind of leaked it and kind of announced it first is kind of wild to me. Surprised that Microsoft themselves didn't just come out right and just say, hey, here's what's going on. Because, like, I mean, all this stuff happened this morning, right? So, I mean, they could have put out an Xbox Wire saying goodbye to Phil. He could have had some, like, letter saying goodbye to the community. He could have had, like, whatever. It's strange how the news, like, came out. Because I wish Microsoft, if they had come out this morning and put out some press release and said something, would you still have had the same reaction? Maybe. But at the same time, it not coming directly from them makes it sound like they weren't trying to get this out there, which is just strange. Like, I don't know. You put out a whole company-wide email telling you all the changes that are happening, but then don't put out a press release. It's definitely weird. Phil retiring isn't weird. He's, retirement age. He's been doing this forever. So, I mean, the fact that he's retiring is not odd. Other parts of this news are odd. More or less, the Sarah Bond part is the part that's perplexing to me. That's the part I don't necessarily understand.
Yep.
Obviously, there's a lot of stuff we don't know because we're just dudes on the internet and females on the internet, and we just read news that is here, right? We don't know the inner workings of Microsoft. We don't know the different things that are going on internally. But at the same time, I mean, the fact that he's retiring school, it's just weird how the news came out. I think that's the part that's most jarring, is that it just didn't come from Microsoft.
Who retires on a Friday afternoon without really any sort of like off ramp? I just feel like it's weird. The two of them together, very strange. So when I say it's weird, I'll be more clear about it. I don't buy it. Like, this was just a choice of, you can leave on your own terms or we'll show you the door kind of deal. Like, I feel like this was a Microsoft move. I imagine if I was CEO and done all this stuff, all this time, all these years with Xbox, all these things, maybe a bit more of like a goodbye. Like, they do, like, they've announced such weird things on their podcasts and things like that. They've had these things, like, wouldn't you want more than like a letter goodbye? So I think that's really why it kind of like shook me, as like, it's smoke and mirrors to me. These letters, these statements and everything, it's just all a bunch of PR. So I don't buy it, but I also, at the exact same time, I understand it. Like, right? Like, I understand if somebody wanted to, if you were running Microsoft and Xbox is in the shape that it's in, and we've talked about this at great length over the years, like, I get it. You're going to have to make a change. You're in third place. It's not getting any better. You're going to have to make some sort of significant change. But like, for it to be like, oh, I'm just retiring at the exact same time as this other person, like, I'm sorry. Like, even if retirement was in the plans at some point, which, to your point, Mitch, makes sense. If I was him, you launch a console, you try to rebound out of the terrible Xbox One launch, which he did. You introduced Game Pass, like, you really shake up the industry, did a lot of really amazing things. And then buy ABK, Activision Blizzard King. I would imagine that those are the types of things that you do as the lead of Xbox, and then you go, I'm going to hang my hat up over to the next crew. That would be the playbook. But like, after all that, it's just a Friday afternoon. You get a little email and then you say goodbye. I'm off on Monday. I guess I'll hang around and consult if you want me to. So it's a very long way of saying I don't buy it, but I also get it. They don't really owe us any more than we got.
That's very true. I again, it's just the way the news broke is where it seems like they were trying to be secretive about the whole thing. Like, they weren't being forward. I mean, also too, this is something that, like, probably investors would want to know that these types of changes are happening, especially, because like
100%.
He's only in charge of one of the biggest divisions that Microsoft has, right? You would want to know these changes. And like, that's why it's kind of strange that there wasn't this forward press release to talk about this openly and publicly. Instead, it was like hidden behind the scenes that people knew. And I'm not saying people can't know behind the scenes stuff and not share it. I get it. Like, there's obviously a tons of things that don't get shared with us for a multitude of reasons, but it's just usually Phil has, like, when he does like big announcements, he does a letter to the community. Hey guys, Phil here, whatever. And he has this whole long-winded thing of anytime there's some like major thing that's happening in Xbox. And it's very strange to me that out of nowhere, it's just like, yeah, like, you're right. Okay, bye. Like,
yep. Monday's my last day.
Monday's my last day. I think, and again, this is all speculation. Nobody knows anything, right? The weirder part to me is the Sarah Bond part. Because it's like, everybody thought she would be the one to take over and all that stuff, and that makes sense. Now, to me, my personal opinion, not the opinion of Carpool, my personal opinion, I think Sarah probably thought the same thing. And when they didn't go with her and they announced this other person was going her, she said, F this, I'm
100%. 100%.
That's my
yes.
educated guess. She just said, cool story. I've been doing this. I've been in this team. I've been under Phil for whatever number of years. And then you just completely skip over me and go with somebody else. F this amount.
Oh, I should
That's
say
my
100%.
thought.
I think in a certain case, yes, I also think they just asked them both, would you like to both resign at the same time and have it, it's up to you. Like, I think it's I think that's a typical thing, especially at that level. Like, you don't terminate, you just kind of give them the opportunity to leave and at least appear to be on their own. But you might be right. Like, maybe they announced, okay, Phil's gone. And then, yeah, she found out she wasn't.
It's just the
next up.
suddenness of it makes me think there were rash decisions made.
100%.
The retirement part, I don't think that part was rushed. Honestly, I don't. I mean, Phil said he was talking with the head of Microsoft in September or something about retiring, right?
Which makes sense, of course.
Again, like, and then there was another clip of Destin Legary talking with Phil last year about like, hey, you're kind of at retirement age. So I mean, it was like already in the air. Like,
Totally.
you could easily leave. Now, again, did something happen to expedite the process where they were like, you may want to retire before we decide to let you go?
The end of the calendar year and the quarterly results came in. And Call
Exactly.
of Duty not doing so good. Like,
Right. I mean,
year over year decline.
It just feels, like I said, it just feels rushed. Again, the Sarah Bond part to me, because again, obviously they already had somebody in their mind. And like, I think that Phil and the new head of Xbox were talking supposedly prior to this happening. But I mean, again, was Phil just like, or was Sarah just sitting there thinking like, oh, this is mine. I got this in the bag. I'm good. Because just to be clear, I've seen that happen IRL. I've seen people
For
who
sure.
are queued up and thinking, this person leaves, I got their job, money in the bag.
Yeah,
this
they
is
don't
it.
get it and they're out.
And they don't get it and they go nuclear.
100%.
I had it happen to me firsthand because I took a job from somebody who didn't deserve it. I got it. Sorry. But
Damn.
I've seen it happen firsthand. That's the part that's weird to me because, like I said, Sarah took off and that wasn't just like, oh, she's gone by. Like, they didn't.
So this for me is maybe, I'm going to bounce back. Guys, beware. I'm a little bipolar on this because I go from everything's over, Xbox is like buried in the ground to is there maybe a glimmer of hope? What I think with Phil and with Sarah in particular is I think they represent a sort of school of thought when it comes to Xbox, what consoles mean, what this whole industry is about. Like they said some stuff like exclusives are antiquated, they don't matter anymore. And it's like, guys, you're in third place. You don't get to dictate the terms of the industry because Nintendo's doing great with their exclusives and PlayStation's doing great with their exclusives. You don't get to say these things. So I wonder about like some of the initiatives that they were really pushing forward. And if Phil and Sarah represent that, and it's like, no, these ideals that you're trying to bring Xbox towards, which sound great. Everybody should play. Reduce the barriers. Everything is amazing. Everything's equal. Everything's an Xbox. It's like you're taking away all the things that are unique and special and definitive about Xbox. And it's crazy because of all the great things that this team and this group has done over the years about saving Xbox, like I said, after the Xbox One launch. But it's like we have just been collecting reason after reason after reason to go, I don't think I need an Xbox, right? I think that's what we've been hearing from a lot of people and going, not only like the price hikes, but Game Pass is going up and less valuable. And it's like this strategy and then that strategy. And oh my goodness gracious. A PC is an Xbox, Forza, Gears, Halo, going to PlayStation. Like none of it matters. So if this was a choice to remove the leadership, which I believe it is, my only shred of hope for the future is that whoever is taking over, I don't know Asha. I don't know anything about her. I know Matt Booty, and I'm not a fan of Matt Booty. He still somehow has taken a job and taken a promotion here. I'm very curious if this change in leadership will truly bring around a change in initiative. Is there a return? What was it in her letter? She said it's like a return to Xbox. I'll find it here in just a quick second. But like, I don't know. Where do you stand on this, Fee? Like, are you positive? Are you messy? Like, where are you at on it?
I feel like I'm kind of like in this weird kind of like back and forth, Sean. Mostly just because like we are seeing one story. We're not seeing obviously the back end side. And there's a high possibility we're never going to know what's actually happened behind the scenes. And that's the thing. We're not at the table. We don't know what's happening, like what's going on there. Yes, it was announced that it was discussions last year of him retiring. I do agree with Mitch. Like, it's kind of shocking that Sarah also is leaving at the same time. I did end up looking up a little bit about Asha once the announcement came out because I was just curious with her background. She has worked with Instacart. Now she, of course, was working in the AI division, which has caused honestly, a very understandable concern from everybody because the person who was leading their AI department coming into gaming, what does that mean for games? Which she has in fact said in her statement that she refuses to allow soulless AI slop to be on the platform, which gives me some hope. But the thing is, I think there's a part of me, Sean, that's like hopeful. But I also agree with the fact, do I think the public is giving her a chance right now? I don't think so. I think it's essentially, quite honestly, a manhunt, which is kind of seemed like I started to get more and more frustrated. And I was talking to Mitch about it before the podcast. I'm just reading comment upon comment of just people just like instantly thinking that this is the end, that this is the end of Xbox. Guys, she was announced like 5 hours ago. And I get that, and I understand your frustration. Do I think it's important to be critical at a time like this? Abso-freaking-lutely. Like, I feel like everyone should have their opinion, but instantly thinking that because there was a change in management that this is the end, I don't think that's the case. And if it does end up, I could be eating my words in 4 months, Sean. Maybe they end up saying, like, you know what? Things have burned to the ground, by all means, but, like, I'm trying to stay hopeful, but I'm also thinking critically of this. Like, what is going to be the face of, like, what's going to be happening with Xbox over the next few years?
Yep.
And I know that I just want to say, I understand Phil Spencer is beloved in the community. I completely get that. But I've also heard people complaining for the past decade about Xbox. So,
Agreed.
like, there's, like, it's this kind of, like, well, he's still around. He's still with us. It's just a matter of like, are there opportunities to move forward? And I think that's the case. And it's definitely going to leave a gap. She has a huge shoes to fill. So does Matt Booty, which good luck to him. But I think it's just trying to give them some like thinking critically, but thinking like optimistically in this case. Which is the biggest
I think it's
thing.
just the suddenness of the news is what
For
really
sure.
prompts a lot of just irrational, emotional kind of like, oh my God, it's over. It's because it was, we didn't really know it was happening today. Now, the other side of it is like, we're kind of told Xbox, maybe just stop talking. So like, I don't know. We cannot be pleased at this point. We just want everything to be great. As Xbox fans, we do want it to be great. I want to give a flip side of that story there, Fee, that you were talking about. Yes, people see AI and they think, oh, this is all over. They think that she's not a gamer. Phil was a gamer. Like, she's not going to get it. I feel like that matters less and less as time goes on, to be truthful to you guys. I think there's an element that like maybe there's some more traditional business sense. I don't know. Phil was a smart guy too. He freaking bought ABK for God's sake. So she put out a tweet that I think Donnie was directing me to a little bit earlier today. She said, "Today I begin my role as CEO of Xbox. Here are my 3 commitments. Number 1, great games. Number 2, return of Xbox. 3, future of play." And then Xbox, the social, like the Xbox account said, "Welcome to the team." And she said, "What should I do first? Bring back the Blades dashboard?" And that's getting some positive reaction. So it's like, all you got to do, just bring us back to 360 days, Asha. That's all you got to do. Everybody will be very happy, whether it's the Blades themselves or just what happened. So I am very curious to see, like, these are interesting to me. These are interesting choices to name. Number 1, great games. Number 2, the return of Xbox. Number 3, the future of play. I'm very curious if you guys want to like explore that a little bit. What does that mean to you when you hear very simple messaging, by the way? Like, this is a tweet, so you might not think too much about it. I feel like these tweets at these times from these people, very carefully manicured, very carefully thought about. What are your thoughts when you hear great games, return of Xbox, return of play? I'm sorry, future of play.
Personally, I mean, it's all great to hear. but also it's going to be a matter of putting it into action. And the thing that sucks is like people are already writing her off when she's been the CEO of Xbox for 7 hours. Like we haven't seen anything yet in a good or bad way. But also too, I mean, sometimes like you had mentioned, like people are saying like, oh, she's not a gamer and stuff like that. Just want to point out there's plenty of CEOs that are successful CEOs that run companies extremely well that don't know anything about the products that they're doing. They're just good business people and they know how to do stuff, right? You get the right people underneath you and you hire the right people, you can still run a company very successfully and still be there. The fact that Phil was a gamer, I think, is the big thing. Is a lot of people are like, Phil was a gamer. He was always playing games. Look at his gamer score. And like, also, obviously, there's a lot of people on the internet that are being terrible to her for other reasons that have nothing to do with the fact that
hate it. No, I hate it. Absolutely not. And if honestly, if you're one of those people out there listening to this, you can just shut it off. You're not welcome.
Yeah, you can just
That's
get
ridiculous.
the hell out of here. Yep.
Yep.
I just think, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of good things to hear, but also at the same time, like some people are just scared of change in general, like period, right? Change in general scares people.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is like, example, I'm not saying Phil did incredible things for the brand that is like, you can't ask for somebody better to bring a brand back from Don Matrick talking about entertainment for an entire E3 press conference and use games and always online and all that stuff to turning it around to where we actually have an Xbox to talk about.
Fair.
But at the same time, you also can get to a point where you get some fresh eyes and some fresh, like ideas in there that maybe Phil, like I said, Phil was also on his way out. Like he was already talking about retirement and he was just like, yeah, dude, I'm good. And I mean, like this person came in and she could have all new ideas that we don't know, that we haven't thought about. She could put in new initiatives, new ideas that could bring this brand back. And again, like the whole, like, do we bring back the Blade dashboard? Like people already, that's like a callback that, all those gamers that love 360 were like, wait, you should have said Blade dashboard. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like give you a little bit of hope, but at the same time, you can't necessarily write her off for her not being a quote unquote gamer or her not having experience in the gaming realm. You can't write her off of that because she could literally manage a team that could do amazing things, hire the right people to do the right things.
Yep.
At the same time, talk is also cheap. You have to put out the results. And also I want to be clear for the next year, I don't think anything that happens within the next year has anything to do with her decision making because Phil probably put into place everything you're going to see in the next year. All the game releases, the games that are in development, all those things. So it's not like she's showing up and if like, say, Gears doesn't do as well, oh, it's her fault. No, it's not her fault, right? We have to give her time to start to implement the ideas and get them working. And that's the hard part at Microsoft is getting anything started at Microsoft has to go through 17 layers of management. Right now, everything you're going to see for a minute is still going to be Phil's stuff. Like, and if you like it, cool. And if you like it, I hope she gets some sort of credit for something. But at the same time, nobody should write her off just simply because Phil's gone and this new person's here. This new person could literally reinvent Xbox in a way that we'll be thanking her. Could.
Yeah. Well, for the record, like I'm until I'm proven wrong, I'm for Asha. Go Asha. I'm team Asha. Like, let's see what you got. Let's decent enough start. Yes, let's at least address it with like 3 simple things. Like I don't know otherwise. And I think it would be really kind of just mean-spirited to go, oh, she's going to do terrible things. Like, I don't know anything about her. And neither do any of you, by the way. Today's the first day y'all heard about her.
Hey, Neckbeard on Twitter complaining. Shut up. You don't know.
You've never heard of
what
this
she's
person
done
before.
Like, stop. Like, just come on, dude. Like, relax.
D-Life in the chat referenced the blog that she put, and she's got a big statement here talking about the 3 things. She talked about first, great games. It's a bunch of nothing speak as far as I'm concerned that we can, hopefully we get great games. That sounds awesome. It's mostly talking about promoting Matt Booty in honor of his commitment, and maybe we'll leave Matt Booty for another second or minute. We'll see. She says, second, the return of Xbox. This is where I want to dive in with you guys. She says, we will recommit to our core Xbox fans and players, those who have invested with us for the past 25 years, and to the developers who build the expansive universes and experiences that are embraced by players across the world. We will celebrate our roots with a renewed commitment to Xbox, starting with the console, which has shaped who we are. It connects us to the players and fans who invest in Xbox and to the developers who build the ambitious experiences for it. I will say that was kind of repetitive from the first paragraph. Gaming now lives across devices, not within the limits of any single piece of hardware. We expand across PC, mobile, and cloud. Xbox should feel seamless, instant, and worthy of the communities we serve. We will break down barriers so developers can build once and reach players everywhere without compromise. and then she goes on to the third, future of play. Anything there as far as the return of Xbox? Does that sound like the return of Xbox to you guys?
Yes. Because everybody is complaining about the fact that Xbox, quote unquote, gave up when they put all their stuff on all these other consoles, right? Like, people want that 360 experience again. They want that 360 that was out there just kicking the shit out of everything. They want that. All these Xbox people want that. And I feel like, obviously, console sales being down and them starting to put games on other platforms, you start to get to that point. It's like, does Xbox even need a new console? I literally have questioned that, right? If the next Xbox were to come out, would I buy it? And it's a really hard thing to decide yes or no on, because we have other machines that can play these Xbox games that we love. But at the same time, there is a market where consoles do work. PS5 sold so many already. Switch 2 is selling so many already. So there's still a market out there for not the greatest $1,000 machine that plays all this, stuff like this. There's still a market out there for it. And I think people who have loved Xbox for so long, they want that experience still. They don't necessarily, some of these people may not want the machine that can do all of the above and all these things. But again, there is a side of the audience that does. And that's obviously up to them and where they go. Again, there's certain decisions that I think she's not going to be able to change or revert back. Like, there's certain decisions that have already been made to a certain extent, like hardware.
You think so? Like what?
Hardware.
What about it?
They have, like, the specs of the hardware, what their decision is around the hardware.
see. Oh, probably.
I feel like certain
maybe.
things are like, we already had to commit to AMD to this processor and this thing and this and this. So it's like, there's certain things that she may not have control over. But
Interesting.
her putting more focus on a console experience and maybe like, yeah, we're going to have this super powerful cross machine that does all the above. But then are we going to get another $400 machine that is comparable in specs to a PS6 or whatever that does this? There's a lot of things that they could do. I think that's where Xbox really, those Xbox fans who have a box, not a PC, really want that experience to still be there and still thrive. And again, like, we remember the times when 360 was on top and there were so many games that were exclusive going to 360. Again, I don't necessarily think exclusive. I get exclusive sell consoles. Exclusives are bad for the industry because fanboyism as a general will prevent people from playing certain games, which is absolutely ridiculous. Like, the fact that some people don't own a PlayStation and say PlayStation sucks are missing out on insanely good games, and vice versa on any platform or machine that you're talking about. But there's definitely an audience that still wants that traditional console experience that does not need this crazy powerful machine.
Yeah,
And I
it's
think
interesting.
targeting them will be good.
Sarah Bond was one, I think, who was talking about the next Xbox going to be a premium console experience, which sounds very expensive. It sounds very high end, all these different things. So I'd be very curious to see. That's a good point. I hadn't thought about that, Mitch. How far along are they as far as their agreements and making bulk orders and all? There's so much changing on the hardware front right now. Like, it is kind of nuts. I'm very curious to see what her take on that would be. Any other like there's so much for us to break down, guys. Like, Yarden in the chat was bringing up exclusives. Like, I don't know. Do you want to talk about hardware or software? Fee, do you want to stick with hardware for now?
I'm honestly, we can stay with hardware and then make our way over to software. I think it's one of those situations where, and it's even mentioned in our statement, is talking about the past 25 years. It's the 25th anniversary. It's like, what are we currently looking at? Right now, they're probably doing like, oh my goodness, I'm so bad at with phrases specifically, but they're essentially lifting rocks to see like, okay, going back to the fundamentals, what can we go, where's the basis, where can we go back to? Because I know, like, honestly, right now, when I will say I've talked about cloud gaming on a regular basis, and I know that's kind of going off of the realm of hardware, but at the same time, it's the concept of like everything is an Xbox. Okay, so then you're putting too many things out there. We need to go back to basics, try to figure out what works, and then build off of that.
Yep.
And if that means that we have to focus on console right now, we specifically focus on the hardware because that's where the original came from. We're focusing on the console itself. What can we do to bring people back and then push out and like go forward, because I feel like right now people might be a little bit confused. It's just like talking about the essence, and we love the goofs and the gags. We love the idea of like everything's an Xbox, but at the same time, like I feel like a lot of people have been disconnected because of that. They're like, well, okay, I originally bought this. Even now, like the S and X are not cheap. They are like right now they're going up in price after years of being already released at this point.
Yep.
And it's kind of realizing, okay, it's not like, yes, it's about selling merchandise, specifically hardware, but at the same time, it's like, how can we bring people back?
It's a brand. It's a brand. What do people think when they hear Xbox? Like, this is basic marketing stuff, guys. Like, this is chapter 1. Like, what feelings are evoked? Like, what do you think about when it's Xbox? And most people are like, why? Not Xbox, it's a Y box.
It's probably going to be, quite honestly, this year is one thing that resonates with a lot of people, Sean, is nostalgia. It's like, what can we bring back? What can we do this year to bring people back and get them back to the essence of what it felt like to play on the Xbox 360? Was it like being able to go and do like gaming like sessions with your friends in person? Like, what can we do?
Like. It was playing Titanfall somehow because BluePoint Games made an impossible port and brought Titanfall, which was an Xbox One exclusive or an Xbox exclusive, is over there. So, Asha, go buy them. Go save BluePoint Games. Go round them up, bring them on back, and then, do all that. You've got how many studios, how much legacy and history with all these different franchises, IP, etc. BluePoint, you need to save them. Goodness gracious. Oh, my gosh. I mean, Mitch, you mentioned like going back to the 360 era. I want to talk about like what does that mean? Is it exclusives? Is it when you talk about 360? Like what was it?
I think it was a mix of good games and innovation, because at the time 360 was doing things like the Xbox Party system, where it had a cross-party chat, which was amazing for just hanging out with your friends. It was being social. The whole social aspect of 360 was achievements, parties,
yes,
the online infrastructure being top notch.
Nailed it.
Now, like that was the biggest thing with 360, is that it changed the way people play gaming, because it was made with online from the start. It wasn't a thought afterwards. It was from the beginning, we're going to make the social console. And it was, in my opinion, like that's the reason why it was so good. Boba thinks so too. But I think that it's hard, like the innovation part, and this is where I'm too stupid to think of these things, right? What can you do now that's innovative and new that would make people want to pick this console over this one, right? And that was the thing for me, like, for example, like Xbox One and PS4. Xbox One was trying new things, right? They were trying to do the TV stuff. They were trying to do these things. Now, the problem was they didn't cater to the original people that bought their box. They were trying to cater to everybody instead of just the core audience that wanted a new console. And I think had marketing been a little bit different, then it could have been a little bit better, right?
Yep.
Obviously, there was a lot of mixed messaging at the launch of that console, and that was a completely cluster F. That was the worst launch you could have seen for a console coming out, right?
Yep.
But Xbox was innovating at that time, trying to do something different. PS3 to PS4 wasn't even anything new. They were just like, and again, but they flipped the script when they saw how bad Xbox fumbled. They said they just leaned into what they did best, which if you look at PS5, kind of the same thing. Like, they didn't really innovate with the PS5. I'm not saying there's not new stuff. They have faster hard drives, which is really nice. They have, there's things that are new, but it's like PlayStation just kind of knows, like, here's our audience and here's what we do. And we just kind of keep doing that same thing, right?
Yep.
And people still keep buying it, and that's fine. I think Xbox needs to, and like example, like who was it? Somebody had mentioned it earlier. I can't see had mentioned, exclusives all hard, but another type of exclusive is features like quick resume. People don't realize how insanely awesome quick resume is because they don't own a physical Xbox anymore. Quick resume, I have quick resumed a game that I closed, I haven't played in a month, and it launched, and I've played other games after that, and it launched right back into where I was in that game. No loading, nothing. It just went, oh, you want to play this game again? Here's where you left off. Have a good day.
Yep.
Those types of features and innovations like that are, I think, what need to happen to get people to think about Xbox again in a way that's like, oh, those are features that would make me want to get off of a different platform. Now, what are those features? I'm too stupid. I don't know. But there's so many things that I'm sure Microsoft Wizards can do that can make, the whole back compat thing would be nuts to like full go back compat and figure that out. I don't know, man. That's the part that I'm not intelligent enough to understand.
I
Get those
agree with
features
everything
back
you're
and
saying. I want to add into this. On the 360, I agree with everything on the 360 side. The 360, they were breaking down like crazy. Everybody knows the red ring of death. And a man, Peter Moore, made a move. And he knew if they didn't solve that problem, it was going to be the death of the Xbox. He's talked about this like a Tylenol situation where people were apparently like poisoning Tylenol bottles, and Tylenol had the end of the brand in front of them. They had to fix it no matter what. And Peter Moore identified the red ring of death as a similar kind of fate for the Xbox 360, and he fixed it. And it was $1 billion plus to fix it. They did. So when I think about the 360 days, it's like you do whatever it takes to save this brand and to help it thrive. I think that has been lost, frankly, like doing whatever it takes. I guess. No, actually, I walk that back just a little bit. They bought ABK. That's $70 billion. They introduced Game Pass. That's also very good. I think moving forward, I kind of still want this. Like they're in third. I want a little desperation, a little like maybe act like you're trying to win people back here a little bit. That's what I want. Now, on the point of like features and whatnot, I feel like what Xbox has tried to do over the last couple of years is go like, our services are better, our features are better, all these other things are better, but it's just like games. The games matter. The games are number one. The game, when you think about PS4, for me, why PS4 was so great, guys, like I think it's like some of the best exclusives I think I've ever seen Sony come out with. Was end of PS3, all of PS4. Absolute banger. Like Naughty Dog are at their best. Like Insomniac doing crazy things. Second Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch is doing crazy stuff. Like, oh my goodness gracious. Horizon coming out. All the new, like Santa Monica coming out with God of War. They just banger after banger after banger. Who gives a rip about quick resume or this, that, or the other thing? It's the games. And it's like the sooner that they can just get back to basics on that would be a pretty good start, because people are not fooled. They're not, I shouldn't say fooled. They're not swayed by this feature or that feature or whatever else. It's like they care about the games, you guys. It's not rocket science. And when Phil Spencer went on Kind of Funny and said, people think that if you just make great games, everything will be great, and he resigned that, I've been wary ever since. And so I feel like we've been on the road to today from that moment when he said, it's not about making great games. And it's like, dude, Phil Spencer lost me at that point for sure.
I think the thing is, though, is like great games, though. Yes, you can make great games, but at this point, too, they can also put those great games on anything they want.
Well, they are now. So let's jump into that. Let's jump into exclusives. I am of the mind that exclusives are coming back for Xbox. I think this idea of everything is everywhere all at once has been the downfall of Xbox. And I really do wish Bowser was here for us to have a conversation. I think she's on the opposite end, but I'm not sure. She's not here. I don't want to put words in her mouth. I think that as soon as Halo, Forza, Gears, etc. have gone on to other consoles, all I've been hearing from people is, why do I need an Xbox now? And it's been harder and harder to answer that question. So I think that it'd be very interesting for Asha to come on Monday or next week or at some point and go, you know what, guys, we've been really looking at this, and here's the direction for the next whatever year, 5 years. Exclusives are back. We're going to give you a reason to want an Xbox and to be on the Xbox platform, whatever that means. What do you guys think about the future of exclusives with Xbox? Is the cat out of the bag? Can you put the genie back in the bottle, the toothpaste back in the tube? You guys don't think so? They can't undo?
Well, I would just like, I know you just asked this question, Sean, but I kind of want to like bring it back to you. How do they do that? Like at this point, because the exclusive have been released, how would they what steps would you take? Or like how, like, is there any possibility for us to do that? Because I don't think there is, because I think they've released it. I wouldn't say so much Pandora's box by any means, because it's been a request. And I think that was something that gamers were consistently asking for, is allowing games to be accessible everywhere, which was the thing. And I kind of lead back to the idea that like the biggest thing and something that Xbox really needs to do moving forward is make sure that they're listening to the gamers. Like it's not specifically like looking for quote. And I understand that's a difficult thing to do by all means.
Can I pause? Because I want to talk about this with you right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Think about that for Nintendo. I would love to play a Mario game on an Xbox. Why don't you listen to me, the gamer, and do that? Why doesn't Nintendo listen to the gamers?
I feel like that's a
that
whole
would
other
destroy
conversation.
Nintendo. Nintendo would be done for. Why would you play it on a weaker
So-
hardware?
Well, the thing is like, I think if you actually, what's funny, in my opinion, if you put Mario Kart on everything, do you know how many copies of Mario Kart you would sell? And like the
But
thing
you'd
is
stop
like,
selling Nintendo consoles.
correct, but also at the same time, it's like what makes them money? Because also I want to point out right now, Microsoft is looking for that first. What's going to make them profits? And the whole her talking about going to consoles and stuff like that. Yes, that does, because it gets you into your ecosystem. But I think there's no way you can reverse back the exclusive thing. There's no way. In my opinion, the only thing you can do at this point is show value. And like you talked about that $1 billion thing they had to say. What if they said, we can get Xbox back on top, but we're gonna have to eat $1 billion in losses because we're gonna make this Xbox cheaper. We're gonna make it more valuable with Game Pass. We're gonna do this, this, and this. They could do it again, but they would have to eat $1 billion to do it. I think that's where this Xbox console lies, because Game Pass, you're not getting on PlayStation and Nintendo. You're not. Game Pass is still a great value. Yes, it's expensive. I totally get it. But what you said, pump out games like crazy, make Game Pass worth $30 a month, and then make it the only way you can do it on a home console is on Xbox. And that Xbox is an affordable price. That's how you get Xbox back on top. As you say, sure, if you want to pay $60 a pop for every one of these games on PlayStation, you absolutely can. And they're never going to tell you no. If you want to drop $70 on Forza Horizon, go for it. They'll tell you thank you for a full price game. And at the same time, if you say we're going to put out a AAA game every single month to make $30 Game Pass worth it. Oh, by the way, this console right here, it's $400. It can play every Game Pass game you want. I think that's how you bring back people. You have to get value back into it, because, and again, what's that value going to cost? Profits for a minute.
Like how is that different from what they're doing now, though? I don't understand. I think that $30 is a price point that is never going to feel right for people, no matter what they do. I think that's a tough one. I think it's very hard for them to go, yeah, now it's for people to go like, now it's worth $30. I don't think that they can do that, but that's I think maybe that's too harsh of an opinion.
Again, I think the thing is right now, $30 a month for Game Pass as we speak at this very moment, I feel some people don't think it's worth it, because the games that you care about for Game Pass are your day one Xbox games. You care about Forza Horizon, which is coming out once a year. You don't have a AAA $70 worth game coming out every month to go, oh, I can just pay $30 a month instead of $70 and I can have this game and I can play it as much as I want. Oh yeah, on top of these 200 other games. Right now, they have a banger game every quarter, right? We got Forza Horizon. We got like Halo will be in August. And like, if you, like what Sean said though, focus on your games, start putting that value, that like need to have game every single month on Xbox. Put it out on everything else if you want to, and pay full price if you want to. But if you put out those banger games every month and make that $30 price tag worth it, and make it worth buying this box that can play those games on Game Pass, I think that's where it is. And I think that $1 billion thing is going to have to be them just, or like, yeah, what if they partnered with Ubisoft and they were like, Assassin's Creed comes out and in 2 months you could play it on Game Pass? What if they went that route and they ate a chunk of profits for that? I think you have to create value at this point, because also as things get more and more expensive, you need to kind of create a value for people to make it realize like, hey, yeah, like gaming's getting more expensive, but we do have this box and yeah, we can eat some costs, but if we can get you in our ecosystem and get you on Game Pass, which is what they ultimately want, they want people paying $30 a month and forget about it.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that they need to start doing, is getting back in that value proposition. Remember GameCube for a while there, GameCube was in third place, but they also had the cheapest console. Like they had a $250 console. What's that?
And they stayed in third place.
Right. So like I said, like, I mean, and also look at the Wii though. The Wii thrived for games, but also it was only $250 compared to $300 and $350 and $400 that 360 and PS3 were.
Yeah.
Value, especially in this day and age where everything is more expensive, if you can throw value at people, and again, that's going to be at a, like the opposite of what Microsoft wants. But again, it's like, what do we need to do to save the brand? Peter Moore did it when they spent $1 billion. Will they have to do the same thing again to get the brand back? I think it's a mix of both. You have to put out games to make the Xbox brand worth it and Game Pass worth it. But there's no shot in hell they're not going to put that stuff on PlayStation and sell it for $70 again. I just don't think that they can do it. I think they want to position it as like, this is why we don't want you to spend $70. this is why. Like, if you want to, sure, cool, go for it. We're not going to tell you no and take your money. But I think they need to get those people with that value back on that brand, but also provide quality at that value. You know what I mean? Don't just make everything cheaper and make the games worse. It's going to take some time, but they absolutely could if they wanted to. The exclusive is the Game Pass on the console, not the games being stuck on Xbox only. Because I don't think that they can tell PlayStation players no to spending $70 on a brand new game.
Where are you at, Fee?
I have to say this entire, like, obviously the situation is not ideal, just overall. And I think like it's almost making me uneasy in a way, just because of like, it's a huge change overall. And then this kind of antiquates to just what we've been seeing over the past year, of course, with the increase of, like we talked about, Ultimate, Game Pass Ultimate, because that price tag, it's not a $20 price tag. It's not like we're looking at like, typically if you're looking at streaming services at all, it's typically between like $15 to $25. If you're looking at premium, and then now with the $30 price tag for gaming. It's not an easy pill to swallow. Also the fact that consoles are going up in price. So it's like really trying to figure out kind of like that easy medium of like, how do we get people purchasing our exclusives on other, like, not even just on Xbox, but just in general, because there's Game Pass, but then it's kind of like this, like, there is Game Pass, but that's expensive, but then there's the console, but why should I get a console? So this kind of goes back to like this almost like convoluted feeling about like, where is Xbox placed right now? Like, what should we be doing? And I think that's also kind of adding to the unease that everyone's having, because like, here's the deal. I'm not saying this happens every single day, but the reaction that this has had with, of course, Phil and Sarah Lee like stepping down and resigning, and then we're seeing this shakeup, everyone's acting like it's the end of the world. And I feel like it's just been because of the amount of increases that we've seen over the past year. We saw the Xbox get increased. We've seen the Game Passes get increased. And like, I will say, as someone who's like not typically the person to play things like Forza, I'm not the person who's going to be playing like specifically exclusives. The games that typically pique my interest are more the indie games that come to Game Pass. And the benefits of having Game Pass because of that, they need to have more. And I think kind of going back to what you were talking about earlier, Sean, is the idea that like, not saying that having great games on the platform is going to be the things that are selling it. I don't think that's correct. I think that's the complete opposite. They need to get more like, they need to be bringing in more in. Like, they need to get games. They need to attract people to the actual platform, whether it's through Game Pass or even just through, you can purchase the games on your PC. You don't have to have Game Pass. You technically could just play your Xbox games as long as they're PC compatible. Like, that's a whole other option. But do they explain that clearly, Sean? The answer is no. A lot of people just automatically assume if I want to play Xbox games on my computer, I have to have Game Pass. Or like, I need to be able to, like, I need to have all these other options. And it's just, it's one of those situations where it's just, it's slightly disheartening in a way. Just being able to see something that I know brings us a lot of joy, and then seeing just the complete and utter just like dismay that this is brought today. And I think that's also kind of why we were almost like resenting having this conversation, because it is like,
I wasn't resenting it.
You weren't resenting it.
I don't
like,
think
how would
so.
you feel about this overall? Not specifically this, but I mean like this massive change, because I feel like there was like a lot of like just unease with the general change overall.
It felt like a blind side, which I think we've explored. Like, nobody saw this coming, but like it's frustrating as a longtime Xbox fan. It's just like, golly, can we just get some good news? That's about as negative as I think as it gets. Now it's just a matter of like, you know, a discussion about what should be next for Xbox, and this is where people are going to have differing opinions. And certainly as somebody who has looked at this and watched it and heard, trust me, I've heard all the arguments on why people should not buy an Xbox. And what I'm very interested in now today, hearing here, is like, just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep putting games on everything else. Just keep doing Game Pass. It's like, how is this different? And so if I don't mean to come across as like angry about it. I'm just like, I'm confused because it seems illogical to me that like, just keep doing more of what you've been doing. Like Phil would have been doing that. So I don't think that that's the answer because it hasn't been working lately. Like packing with value, yes, sounds great. Make it less expensive, sounds great. It has not it's not worked. And like I don't know. I don't want to put anybody on blast, but it's like I don't know that we have any of us would be like, oh, I can't wait to buy the next Xbox based on what has been going on recently. I think more has got to change than what is being suggested.
I think imagine this. What if somehow, like example, if you remember when Phil became head of Xbox, literally like the week he became head of Xbox, he kicked in the door and was like, by the way, we're unbundling Connect. We're making it $100 cheaper.
Right.
We're doing this, and this. Like,
good point.
He showed up and was like, all this shit that sucks, sorry.
And by the way, they said couldn't be done.
Yeah, they said it couldn't be done.
You couldn't even turn on the Xbox One without a Connect.
Yep. And what if he literally said, like, again, the thing is, and I think that's the problem here, is like Phil showed up and had that ready to go. Mm-hmm. Boom. I'm head of Xbox. I'm sorry that this all happened. We're sorry we broke your trust. Here's the things we're doing immediately to fix it.
100%.
If that happened right now with this new CEO, if she showed up and was like, hey, sorry, we've raised the price of consoles twice in a year. Hey, sorry, we raised the price of Game Pass and pissed all of you off. We're changing back. We're doing this. We're making the console $100 cheaper than a PlayStation. We're bringing back Game Pass, same Game Pass you got, $5 cheaper, whatever the cost is. If they had something like that, no one would be saying anything about her right now. No one would be saying like, oh, what are you doing, blah, blah, blah. Because again, we're in that downslope of Xbox where like, it's bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news, which was what Xbox One was doing. Xbox One was nonstop bad news. Yeah. And then Phil showed up and then it went, here we go. I'm not saying that she's going to turn the ship around like Phil did, but we also have to give her a chance to turn the ship around. And
like I said, I'm Team Asha.
Yeah.
See
and like
Phil,
the thing is,
we'll have a chance to celebrate Phil's era, but like I'm with her. Like I believe in her, like, because I have no reason not to.
I just wish like, it's just the way the news broke. It really is.
100%.
It really is. If the news just came from Microsoft on a Monday and Phil had a goodbye video and saying, thank you so much, and here's this, and we have these new changes that we're implementing right away, and blah, 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 no one would be saying these things about her or the situation in general. Also, I don't know why you hate Matt Booty so much, Sean. I don't know.
Really?
Hate for that man. I don't. Talk to me.
Oh my goodness gracious. I might pin that for a second. I might have to come back for a minute, but Matt Booty, oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, I'll be back. I gotta step upstairs for 1 second. You guys carry on.
Okay, but yeah.
I'll be like 2 minutes, 1 second.
No, you're good. But what I was thinking is like, it's just the way the news broke and how sudden everything is. Sarah Bond's leaving as well, which that's a whole new other, we don't know what happened. And the problem is people are going to speculate and the rumors are going to start on the internet of why this person left. And unless somebody actually, like Sarah Bond herself actually does an interview and says what happened, we don't know. But I just really don't like how the news broke. I don't like that IGN said, oh, by the way, we got all this word from Microsoft emails. I wish, because right now, I will say when a company is down, that's when they start to innovate and that's when they start to try new things to try to get back an audience. Example, like it's almost like the third console problem, in my opinion. Like PS1 and PS2, fantastic. PS3, they went so ambitious that they lost a bunch of people because the price was insanely high, right? And then eventually they go, oh, we're sorry, we're going to get back to our roots. And then PS4 was up and PS5 is up. Xbox original was good. 360 was amazing. Xbox One came out and it crashed and burned. And then they were on their way up. But now I think with Microsoft being back down, this new change in leadership and change of thought of how they get back, this could light a fire under them to do new innovative things or something like that. So, I mean, if the news had broken, what if she literally showed up and was like, hey guys, I'm the new head of Xbox. We want to make sure we bring back the value in Xbox. Game Pass, we're reverting back the price. People would be singing praises. People would be like, wow, look what she did in such a short amount of time. So, but I mean, and like, Joe in the chat says, I don't think they're down at all, to be honest. hardware wise, they're very much down. Profit wise, I was looking this up. They're actually down like 9% year over year. At the same time, which, like I said, I mean, Call of Duty not being what it was definitely hurt it quite a bit.
This is what I mean, you guys. I'm back, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah.
No worries.
I ran back to the microphone, which is a no-no because I'm now out of breath.
Yeah, I'll keep talking.
How is it that their revenue is down if they're putting all their games everywhere and that's supposed to solve everything?
Because they need to put focus back into the games. Call of Duty is such a behemoth.
But I thought putting games everywhere is how they make money. How are they down?
I think it's literally, it sounds bad, but I wonder what Call of Duty sales
I don't
were
understand it. And I like, it's illogical. So I come across as a real ass. I feel it. I feel like I'm coming across as a total dickhead.
No.
But it's like, the answer was make more money. So to get more money, put the games on more platforms. Where is the result? They've been doing that. Call of Duty's on everything, Doom's on everything, Forza came out on other stuff, like Gears came on everything else. Like, how has this not solved the problem? This is why I challenge it so strongly, where it's like, that's not working. And that's why I think Phil's gone. Because, like, this experiment, I think that's it. Like, these ideals of, like, put it everywhere. It sounds great. But, like, I just don't see it. Where's the proof, I guess, is what I'm asking.
Yeah. Joe does point out they don't care about hardware, y'all. Call of Duty is the reason. And like, I'm not trying to just put it on one game, but real talk, Call of Duty this year, very much underperformed. Very much underperformed. And I mean, not to be, also, when you're paying so much money for Activision Blizzard and all that stuff, Call of Duty is your bread and butter. Like, you want that to be great. And when a game like this is saying right here, Steam numbers, it was like 400,000 players less on Steam. Physical sales of Black Ops 7 were down 61% over last year. Like, Call of Duty released a bad Call of Duty and people started playing other things. And unfortunately, when you're talking about the biggest game in the world, having that kind of competition to cause a disruption, aka Arc Raiders, aka Battlefield 6, aka Fortnite. Like, when you have a game that is your bread and butter, this is your number one selling game every single year, and it doesn't perform the way it does, that is a big kick in the face.
So who's in charge of the studios, Mitch?
Is it Matt Booty?
It's Matt Booty. You bet your ass it's Matt Booty.
Got it.
That's why. To your question before, that's why. Who's in charge of all these studios? That guy.
That's true.
And he got a promotion.
I can understand why you're upset now.
Like, what? I'm not upset. I'm just like, what? I'm flabbergasted. It's different from being upset. I'm just like, what is going on?
I think, I think the biggest thing is like that. Well, that obviously they started changing a lot of stuff with Call of Duty real fast, by the way. Lots of implementation of like, oh, we're not going to do the same release schedule every year. We're going to change some things up. I'm looking right here. Battlefield 6 was the best selling game of 2025 in the US. Battlefield, the number one direct competition to Call of Duty.
Yep.
Like but also like that. Yeah. But Black Ops 7 had Call of Duty's worst sales year ever.
Yep. It is crazy how swiftly things can change, though, right? Like, you have one bad year, and it's like, change everything, I guess. Now, it's got to be more than that. Like, Starfield didn't light the world on fire like I think everyone was hoping to. Like, this is the point about Matt Booty. It's like, you're in charge of all of it. The whole catalog, the whole library, the whole lineup. It's like, if somebody's going to make Game Pass worthwhile, it's the guy in charge of the first-party studios.
Sure.
Also,
also, Joe points out, imagine that number without Forza on PS5. How much worse would that number be if Forza didn't release on PS5?
Impossible to say, and you can't. I mean, it's a good question, but you have to remember, like, everything changes as soon as you go multi-platform. As soon as you give everybody a reason to not buy Xboxes anymore, then it's not this. They're trying to have their cake and eat it too. We've talked about this forever. It's like, it's an ecosystem that's too nebulous. Like, what does it even mean to be an Xbox game if it's on everything,
Well, I think it also has to. Oh, you continue.
No, go ahead. You go.
No, I was just gonna say, because it also has to be like the actual quality behind the titles, which is a problem, because right now
100%.
what's happening is they're relying on the names and the studios. They're like, oh, Bethesda made this, it should be great. And then they're like, why didn't this work out? Or, oh, it's a Call of Duty game, everyone's going to buy Call of Duty. And then they're like, why aren't they playing for more than a week? Like, they need to actually put this should not be a situation, like right now, this has to be a situation where they're looking at like quality over quantity. And like right now, what they really need to do is instead of thinking like, how are we going to line our pockets? It's how are we going to get people to play the game more than 3 seconds? Like, it's just an absolute, like, it's frustrating to see. Mind you, as someone who I definitely consider myself more of an indie gamer, seeing these indie games thrive because they don't have to worry about massive corporate like support and then being like, oh, we get to make our own stuff, and then everyone's like, how did this indie game become game of the year? Or how did this like smaller studio make a game that's phenomenal? Like, what's happening? And it's like, oh, it's because they're not relying on the title, or they're not relying on the studio. We need to see the quality coming out of the studios and not coming out with like, it's, yes, Call of Duty is considered one of the largest names in games, let alone on the Xbox, on the platform, and then it doesn't work well. Then go back to the drawing board, figure out what the heck happened. Why didn't people play long enough? Why did people just shut off their console and say, you know what, I'm going to play something else, or I'm going to just not play this title anymore? It's just be like coming to the conclusion, like I understand like getting people to come back to Xbox is important, but you're not going to get anyone to come back to Xbox when your titles are not doing well. Seeing how Call of Duty, hopefully Forza as well this year, it looks beautiful. Is it going to perform well? Are we going to see what we've been seeing in the trailers and the videos for our actual gameplay? We'll see, but it's just, we need to like, they need to take a step back. And I agree. I think seeing what happened with Call of Duty could have been essentially the straw that broke the camel's back in this situation, especially with the decline in sales. And then we see something like, honestly, and obviously none of us know this, we're way off in the distance. We're not in the room where all of these decisions are happening, but it could have been a situation where they're like, this is going to be an easy sell and people are going to play it because it's Call of Duty, and it didn't work because it didn't perform well. Yeah,
I
Mitch?
think that goes to like, when you're too big, when you're too successful, you just think it doesn't matter what we put out, people are going to still play it and buy it. And I think people are now, like, when you have options, especially when you have options to play, it's like, why would I continue to, and like, I had that realization, right? How much was I playing Call of Duty, and how much did I complain about Call of Duty, to a point where you get to a point where you feel so disrespected because the studio is not listening to its audience, and this company who's running the studio is not telling this studio, yo, can you look at the internet and see that people aren't happy with X, Y, or Z? When you get to that point where you're too big and too successful, you just don't care. There's not that hunger and that like drive to want to excel and be better and try new things. And I think that's where some of these smaller game studios are excelling. Expedition 33, that entire game was made because the people knew Ubisoft wouldn't say yes to it. They made that game entirely saying, we have to leave to do something we know is going to be successful. Look at Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders came out of nowhere. No one was thinking Arc Raiders would sell more copies than Call of Duty or have a high. Arc Raiders has 100,000 people watching it on Twitch right now. Black Ops 7 has 12,000. No one would have guessed that at the beginning of last year. You would have just thought Call of Duty would have just continued to be successful. Yeah. And I think part of this is, and I just mentioned earlier how Apex does a really good job of like, if something sucks, they do a really fast job to try to course correct. And I feel like Call of Duty just had those money blinders on where they just didn't care because all of us were just blindly buying it and then bitching about it on the internet later. And eventually that straw broke the camel's back. And you're right. That could have easily been to like, yo, Phil, you just spent $70 billion on this and we just lost money. Explain to me how we lost money when this is supposed to be the best selling franchise every year and blah, 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 blah.
Well, like, even to what you're talking about, Mitch, last year, I know we've talked about this at length and I'm not going to like do a full replay again, but last year we were all sitting in this specific podcast and we were talking about the fact that they shadow dropped Oblivion. And we thought it's going to crush games. Like, how could they drop Oblivion in the middle of the week and then the next week no one's talking about it because they're playing Expedition 33? Like, I'm like, it concerns me that it concerns me that they're heavily relying on titles. It's also the fact that like the people who are steering the ship are usually not even the people who are playing the games to begin with. I hate to say it. There are a lot of people who are sitting in a room and pointing out, like, these are, like, sure, this game's not doing so hot. Or, oh, this game, like, they're looking at numbers and they're looking at money. They're not specifically thinking about the quality of the game. There could definitely be people in that room who do care. And I get that. 100%. There are people who are there in the studio working countless hours, working overnights and stuff like that, and it kills me to think that there are these people who love these games and then they just watch the game that they just spent numbers of years on just crash and burn because they didn't do the correct updates at the beginning, or they're heavily relying on, we'll release it right now and then the game will be great in a year and a half. That's not how games should be. It's really infuriating because that, you know, for a fact, we see these people in the videos at Summer Games Fest where they're talking about, like, this has been a passion project for me, mine's for 5 years. I've been playing this series for like the past 2 decades. And then we see that game burn when it comes out. Like, there's a disconnect, there's something going wrong, and that's where the fix needs to be, is like, what can we do to make sure that when we release games on day one, they work like they should, people will play it more than 3 seconds, and then it'll be a quality game, and we're not relying on previous nostalgia, because nostalgia is not saving you right now. It's actually going to probably be the death of it if they continue to rely on it without putting the actual quality there. Yeah.
I mean, quality games, 100%. And I think it's interesting with the platform holders. They're more important than they otherwise would be. There's a lot of games we're talking about that aren't connected to or upholding a platform in the way Mario upholds a Nintendo, in the way The Last of Us, Horizon, God of War hold up Sony. Like, when we talk about Apex, we talk about Arc Raiders, you talk about Fortnite, like, that's what everybody wants to have, but you have another, like, responsibility when you're Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. Like, you have your ecosystem. When you're Fortnite, you can just be Fortnite, and you don't have to uphold an entire platform. You get to be everywhere. That's what I think Xbox missed in this. I'm sorry to bring it back to exclusives, but I kind of do. But your point, Fee, like, it has to be quality games. It has to be. And to this point I'm introducing, like, it's because it's representative of Xbox. It's representative of, like, the type of experience you're going to get when you buy into this ecosystem. And that has been muddied, like, all to forever. Nobody knows what that means. Buy an Xbox. Why? What is an Xbox? What is it? What does that mean? And so, yeah, I think I'll be repeating myself, kind of going that line of thinking. But you're definitely right. I skipped a year of buying games because they were coming out in a really crappy state. I still haven't played Starfield because it launched without maps. It launched, and it's a meme at this point. But it's like they weren't done the game. It was obvious they weren't done the game. It was obvious it was taking a really long time. It was a shit or get off the pot kind of situation. And unfortunately, there was just 1, 2, 3 too many of those in Xbox land, and people kind of went like, I guess that's what this place is about. Right? Like, can you imagine 2, 3 Mario titles coming out like half-baked? It doesn't happen over there. And it's just obsessive quality in Nintendo and PlayStation as well. Like, I think both God of War games, top tier. This last one that just, like, shadow dropped. Imagine if that was a run of PlayStation games that were meant to uphold the entire PlayStation ecosystem. They'd be in the exact same boat. And arguably, maybe some people might think that might be the case going on with PlayStation first-party studios, but that's a whole other podcast, I suppose. Super Soldier in the chat says, I've been a diehard Xbox fan for almost 15 years, and now I don't see a reason to keep an Xbox. It's kind of what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, well,
desperate
again,
times,
like,
man.
It is. I think quality games, like, you're right, though, because, like, quality games will always triumph over everything. Example, Grand Theft Auto still has 72,000 people watching it. There's a reason that GTA 6 hasn't come out yet, because Rockstar knows they need to put out as close to a perfect game as humanly possible. And they're willing to eat millions and millions. And the budget on that game has got to be $1 billion at this point.
Yep.
But they know, if I just hold out, I'm going to put out a game that's going to change the world. It's going to change gaming. It's going to do this, this, and this. And it's going to sell $2 billion in one day. They know that. And the problem is, when you have a company that's too focused on revenue now, they want to put out a game and they don't care. They're just like, oh, you were waiting for this really cool feature or waiting for this really cool scene that would change the story or this. We can't afford that right now. We need to make money for our shareholders.
Yeah.
And that's also that point of like, I hope this new CEO, I hope she can tell these people, look, I know you want your money and I know you want this game out. It's going to suck if we put it out now and we're going to ruin this brand more. They need to have that restraint of like, I get it. You really want this game right now. And I get it, but we just cannot do it. And I think that was the problem that happened with like Halo Infinite, for example. Like they held it back for a year, like a whole year. They had marketing on a box that had Master Chief on it and they held it back for a year.
That was crazy.
And it still came out and it was good.
Yeah.
It wasn't great. It wasn't kicking you in the face. Good Halo. It was good. And I think, like I said, if you have somebody hold these people accountable, give them time, forego the quick profit for the ruined franchises, because some people will be like, who cares about Halo anymore? It's ruined. That game shattered records. That game broke the internet. That game came out and people stopped doing everything at one point in time. If they get back to quality games, they can get back to that point.
They will.
Regardless of
in
what
charge.
platform it's on.
Matt Booty's got a promotion. He'll make sure everything's fine.
I mean, I would love to see if you saw him in person. Like, what would you say to him?
Yeah, that's true, right? I know.
love that.
Real brave of me to say that here on a
No.
podcast.
I want to point out something. Buzz told me he would slap Cliffy B in the face for Gears 2 maps. He said that. He said, no, because Gears 2 came out and then like a month later they talked about DLC maps and Buzz is like, if I see that man on the street, I'm gonna hit him in the mouth because he could have just put him out the
maps?
Yeah. Because he's like, it got announced like 2 weeks after the game came out and he's like, why are these just not in the game? What are we doing? You're going to make me pay more for the game now. That used to be a big thing now. Yeah.
That's true.
But like I said, like obviously if it continues this route, who's to say they don't just clean house, period. And they're just like, hey, Matt Booty, you still suck. Because obviously we're still losing money. So you got to go. And again, this new CEO could find the right people. Oh, our marketing isn't as good as it should be. Let's find a new marketer that can market Xbox better. Oh, the quality control here sucks. Let's find somebody that has better quality control. And maybe this new CEO will find those right pieces.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking in big swings here for sure. Like, you know, I'm all about exclusives, as if that's not obvious now. Like, I think that's the move. There's a bunch of different things we're talking about. The trust is earned slowly but surely. And because any big statements to be made, it will take a long time for them to come to fruition. So it'll be very interesting to see over the next couple of months what moves can be made. Like, this is about as big a shakeup at Xbox as it could be without like removing the console from like retail shelves, which I guess it kind of has been in some cases. Some retailers aren't even carrying it anymore. So we have to wait and see. There's a lot of pontification, a lot of speculation, a lot of guessing. We kind of get to wear our if we ran Xbox hats a little bit today because as of this moment, like it feels like nobody is. So we all get to go like, this is what they need to do. But I love this kind of stuff. I don't know. Like I know it's like maybe a battleground of ideas, but I think it's super fun. So I don't know. It doesn't seem like you guys had a lot of fun chatting about it though, but I love this
I just think
stuff.
What I'm hopeful for is, and I mentioned this earlier, when somebody's down, they try hard to innovate. They try hard to shake up the industry.
Yep.
And like when you're getting your face kicked in, you need to have that kind of fight back of like, no. We're not going away. We're still here. And here's all the cool shit we're going to do to show you why you stuck around with us.
Hell yeah.
That's what we need. We need that from Microsoft. And I think it will happen. I'm optimistic it will happen.
Nice. If he's done with me.
No, it's not. I'm not done with you. She's
done with
done
the
with
internet complaining about it.
That I get. The internet is exhausting.
Sean, I made a mistake. I went and I looked at the comments and I was curious what people. And so I was just like, wow, this is sludge. This is like
what
literally
comments? On what?
Literally, Sean, everywhere. The moment
bad
that
things.
this was posted, this has been constant. Like, honestly, I felt like the horse in Neverending Story. I was sinking in the tar pits. I don't know. Like, it was just, it's not good. Like, there is definitely some positives, which fantastic. It frustrates me to no end that rather than thinking critically, thinking like once again, I am 100% in support of thinking critically. Like, if you like are concerned or like just feeling like not instantly like okay with this change, by all means, it's understandable. But then saying other things that people have been saying, not so great, Sean. So it's just, I definitely support people who are going to be a little bit hesitant about what we're going to be seeing in the next 6 months. Sure. But commenting about said person in general, or like her, like I understand the reason why some people are concerned is because she's coming from an AI department to this particular like department. Completely understandable. Am I going to be slightly optimistic because she talked about the fact that soulless AI slop has no place in this industry? 100%. I am like, honestly, I feel more confident with someone who was in AI saying something like that than someone who gets hired on in 2026 and not addressing it to begin with.
Right.
Like, it is a huge problem, and she addressed it in her, like, am I giving her more of a benefit of the doubt? Absolutely I am. But does that leave, like, am I not going to be upset if she does something where we then find out that they're just allowing high-end AI games on the platform? Absolutely. That's absolute garbage. AI should not be anywhere in here. This is not an AI. This is not the AI department. AI should not be here. And also, yes, she was from Meta as well. She worked for Instacart, Meta, and of course, Microsoft's AI department, and now over here. Sure. It's just, it was an uneasy feeling coming into the podcast, and then hearing the announcements, because I feel like what's happening is people are not doing the research and people are not looking, which, mind you, does anybody anytime. A lot of people do. Other people who are the loudest absolutely don't. So that's currently what we're going to probably be seeing over the next few weeks. And
that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will make no comment on this person, who she is, what she's done. I have no idea. Like I said, I just found out about her earlier today. I'd never heard this name before at all. I think there is maybe a little bit of what she's accomplished in the past that might have something to do with the future of Xbox, but I don't know that. I have no clue. I hope she just comes in and wants Xbox to win. And that's kind of all I really want to see. As somebody who owns a console and want to see 3 platforms, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo, all do great, Xbox has floundered, man. Xbox has tried to do big things. They took big swings. Phil he wanted to go after the 7 billion gamers on the planet. Like, I get it, man. You wanted to do big things. And sometimes when you take big swings, you take a good miss. You miss pretty hard as well. So, the hopeful side of it is maybe there's something here. Maybe there's a corner to be turned. Maybe there's some positivity out of it. That's all I can do at this stage. Because like I said, I don't know anything about her. Just saying, like, there's AI attached to her name equals bad. Like, I really want to challenge people, like, think a little harder than that. Yeah. Like, you might be right. Maybe I'm wrong, and, like, I'm the dummy for thinking, like, maybe I believe something else could come out of this. But I feel like smart people follow the market, and they follow where consumers are and what they're going to, and they're actually going to guide us maybe into, like, enlightening us to what is possible. That would be great. I feel like that hasn't happened since the iPhone itself. So, like, maybe that can happen. Maybe there's something that we can be shown or can be guided towards that is the future of play that actually works for us, and not just some pipe dream that will make a bunch of people a bunch of money. Let's have some fun playing some games. Who knows? Maybe she'll figure that part out.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Gosh, she's been CEO for 7 hours. Calm down.
Yeah, where's her? Why is Game Pass still expensive?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
why didn't she fix Call of Duty? Yeah.
Where's the new console?
It will be very interesting. Did we have questions? Bows is not here, so she's normally the one to take care of questions.
She did ask. I'll double check.
Anyone in the chat currently have any questions? You guys are currently active in the chat. Ask us questions.
There was definitely questions.
If I have to keep it a stack, if there were questions, they got bombarded by what news happened. Like, they definitely didn't.
Kevin Ainsworth in the Discord said, yes, quick question. How effed is Xbox now? Phil and Sarah both leaving effective immediately from a PR standpoint, at least. Awful look. Matt Booty failing his way into another promotion is wild. I agree particularly with that last point, Kevin. I think we've probably explored the rest of the question to death.
Jan32 asked, what have you guys been playing recently? So there's that.
Oh,
I did answer that one for you.
I was also just going to make a comment because Bowza posted this in the Discord as well. Okay, my internet has been in and out today due to the wind and trees being down, so it looks unlikely I'm going to make the show. Asha Sharma is an AI person. She led an AI group for a couple of years. She's a businesswoman, CEO material. Absolutely. 100% Bowza. I apologize for bringing it back. I just wanted to say that because that's a whole other discussion, which I don't... I'll wait until Bowza's here for it, because that's going to be that's another reason why a lot of people are being very negative about it. I'm just saying. Yes, Mitch.
Bowza, when you come back, you will talk for 45 minutes uninterrupted, and we will sit here and nod and eat popcorn.
Absolutely.
Oh, I want popcorn.
Yeah, we can all get popcorn that
Bring
day.
it next week.
Yeah.
How do you do with like is it not greasy? Like, do you not have like buttery fingers or whatever? Like, what's going on over there?
I do. I have napkins. I have
You have
napkins.
napkins. I mean,
I have napkins. I have a stack of them right here. Look, see? Napkins.
Yeah. Well, Asha, bring back the blade dashboard and literally everybody will love you. Like, it's pretty simple.
What if she did
That's all you gotta
that tomorrow? What if tomorrow there was some software like a skin that they put on there and the blades were back? People would be like, this new person's amazing. she's top notch. Oh my
Goodness
God.
gracious. Yeah, I wonder, like we said, this news is incredible how quickly this happened today and then we started recording tonight. Like, so this is very fresh reaction for us. Other podcasts might record later on in the week. I would like to, at least at some point, like kind of do at least a nice or a comprehensive look at Phil Spencer's time with Xbox, particularly as head of Xbox. Like, I'd like to do that. We weren't allowed that. It was just like, by the way, peace, I'm out. So we talked a lot about a bunch of things today. We didn't really talk too much about what Phil did. I'd love to. I think he deserves that. I think I can't imagine the hours this man put into Xbox, this console that we podcast about every single week. So if there's a lot of discussion and conversation, a lot of energy and excitement over the topic, we sit down every single week to talk about Xbox. And and I've been doing it for 420 episodes, give or take, depending on how often I've been here. So there's still a lot to unravel. Who the heck knows? I do want to encourage people to be kind and thoughtful to one another as we discuss this. We are passionate. It comes across. I'm speaking from firsthand experience. I know when I get passionate about certain things, I come across a certain way. I really am just excited about the topic at hand and exploring the ideas. So I encourage everybody to do the same. Give people the benefit of the doubt. We don't know who this person is. This is where I'll come back and attack and scream at people. You never met this person. You don't know anything about her. You'd never heard her name before today. You just see AI and you flip out. So just like, let's just think.
Shut up.
Just think a little bit. I mean, you just think. You can still speak.
Stop typing. Think about things before you type.
Don't be a jerk.
People. Yeah,
Use
be nice.
critical thinking.
Don't be a jerk face. All right. Anything else, guys, before we close up the shop on this here very exciting episode 420, Blaze It Up episode of the Xbox Drive?
What a number to have to go with this show. Like, what
420,
a
baby.
coinky dink. Yeah. All right.
Well, maybe Asha will blaze it up. Maybe that's what she's gonna do.
What if her first video to the internet is CEO Xbox is just smoking a blunt? Like, guys, shit's been real out there.
My God.
I'm here. I
She's
got
like,
you.
We're the green brand, baby. Oh yeah.
Oh God. No, shut it down. Shut it down.
All right, that is all. Thank you everybody for listening to episode 420, Blaze It Up of the Xbox Drive. It's been a barn burner there, Mitch. Before I thank everybody who supports us at patreon.com/carpoolgaming. Mitch, tell us where we can find you on the internet and all the things.
You can find me everywhere on Mitch Power 1116 on Twitch, YouTube, all of the above. But what I want to promote right now, guys, carpoolgaming.com on YouTube. If you guys don't already follow it, please do. We're literally like a couple away from 2,000. So I want to promote that. If you want to watch my streams, you know where to find that. But anybody who's watching on Twitch right now, if you don't already check out the show on YouTube or any of the content we have there, Sean putting out all those shorts, youtube.com/carpoolgaming. Go there right now. If you don't already sub, do that. Help us get to 2K, please.
Thank
man.
you. Yeah, like, what are you guys doing? We're like 4 away. Like, it's just such a tease. We're like 1,996.
I promise you there are people on Twitch who do not know about the YouTube. YouTube is in the link right there. There's a button you can click. Go hit sub. We'll get to 2K. Come on.
I'm taking it personally, the fact that you guys don't sub. So there.
And he creates great content, guys. He creates shorts that are wonderful, and you should watch them and continue to prove why we're the best show on Carpool Gaming. Yes, go.
Thank you. Also, MitchPower has a.com, MitchPower1116.com.
That too.
Where can we find you on the internet? Tell us the things you want the people to know.
Sure. Well, you can find me on Discord. You can find me over on twitch.tv/Zoranix, where I will be probably playing Arc Raiders this weekend, along with some Tiny Bookshop. You can also find me on Arc Raiders. Just search up Zoranix. Come say hi. Come play Arc Raiders with me. Don't be a jerk. And yeah, there you go. That's what I want people to do, Sean. Just check me out over there.
Do the do.
Just do with that.
Do the do. Yes, youtube.com/carpoolgaming. Go CPG Sean on Blue Sky, Letterboxd, Backlog, etc. I'm also streaming most mornings when I'm getting a decent amount of sleep. Morning streams with Sean, twitch.tv/carpoolgaming live. Also, I will be on the RPG Cave talking about Fallout New Vegas with Ryan Turford. If you guys like the old Xbox Drive, not too old, but like somewhat old Xbox Drive, Ryan and I, we have a good time talking podcasting and talking video games. So please check that out. Also, of course, every single week I'm on the Nintendo Drive, where CEOs are never fired suddenly and everything is just fine over in Switch 2 land. Everything is perfect. We're playing Pokemon. Everybody's happy. Everything is great. That's it for me. Before we leave, though, I would be remiss. I would be regretful. I would cry into my pillow if I didn't say thank you to everybody who supports us at patreon.com/carpoolgaming. So thank you to everyone, especially our ultimate producers. Holy crap, you guys are incredible. Brendan Myers, aka _Winter Gamer, thank you so much. Thank you to Jonathan Brown, aka PME. Go listen to PME on Apple Music and Spotify. We got a link in the show notes for you. It's https://linktra.ee/pme.jib. Do it like me, Sean Capri. Listen to PME. You'll thank me later. Jonas Young, thank you so much. And Tony Baker, safe travels to you, my dear friend Tony Baker. Thank you all to our ultimate producers. Thank you, platinum producers, you crazy sons of guns. Non-smoking_yo, the captain, and Brian Reese, who joins me on the latest episode of We the Gamer Cast. Go listen to that, and you'll enjoy it, and you'll thank me later for that also. And I'm thanking you right now, gold members, Adam K, Awesome Dave 1337, Brad Moore. I stroked out there. I'm sorry, Brad Moore. And Benny also. Cecily Carrozza, Dan and Luma, Dannohh, Emily O'Kelly, Jan32, Laura Ligerwoods 330, Mr. Giggles, who is a different person than me right now, Peje EP, Stephen Keller, and Technical Michael. I love you all so much. We could not do this without you. We're going to have amazing things coming at you here, 2026 for Carpool Gaming. For me, for Fee, for Mitch, for the peacefully resting and hopefully fixing her Wi-Fi, Bowza. We'll see you all next week. Now say goodbye to the people, Fee.
Bye.
And also Mitch.
Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of the Xbox Drive. Now, before you drive off, be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and follow Carpool Gaming on socials. Don't forget that we've got some awesome Xbox Drive merch on carpoolgaming.com, and you can also support the show on Patreon at patreon.com/carpoolgaming for exclusive content. Links to everything are in the description. We'll see you next week.